Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and
Welcome, 0 viewers. I appreciate you watching. This is Members Night. This is done just for you. It means your topics, even though I created a big topic at the beginning because I like to talk about it. And it's about Rings of Power. We have Members Mailbag. I've been a busy dude. I've been calling people. I actually shipped the Switch OLED, which was one of the hardest things I ever had to do, especially being a recovering addict of collecting things. I don't have a Switch OLED, and that was one of the hardest things I've ever do is put it in the box all nice. I was like, God damn, RJ,
signing the signature.
RJ, I didn't think I could do it. I did it. I shipped it. It was hard.
Well, that's good that you did it.
So congrats to Blue.
Thank you for mailing it to me. I appreciate it.
No.
In the next couple days.
No, Blue Jay. So congrats
right,
again, Blue Jay.
Right.
And Blue Jay's really excited.
BJ,
I messaged
Blue Jay, BJ, RJ.
Yeah. BJ. Yes, it is live. MIDI Music Forever. What's up? You're here, CGH.
Yes,
Jeffrey Miller. This is live. You're welcome here, Jeffrey Miller. When I said that was one of my viewers, I didn't want you to be treated with disrespect. And Jeffrey Miller, you're always happy. We're always happy to have you here. What was I gonna? Hold on a second. Well, we'll get to the VIP mailbag first before we get to the main topic. How's everyone doing tonight?
Well, I'm planning on doing a live stream later today.
That's good.
Sure.
Hopefully, I actually follow through instead of,
Oh, wow. We got a new member. The Marvel Maniac has become a YouTube member. I really appreciate that. What's wrong with the logo on it? Is StreamYard messing up?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, it's not appearing on my screen? On your guys' screen?
Nope.
No, it's not on mine.
It's not on either.
RJ. That's weird.
Is that one
I
appearing?
really hope.
Well, no, not you. The chat, the StreamYard chat.
Oh, the chat. Well, for me, the chat one's appearing.
It's not for me. Is it for you, Max?
No. StreamYard's been acting funky last night.
Yeah.
My intro was chugging. Me and Caden did that stream last night.
Yeah.
How did you like me and Caden's? We don't really collaborate. Just me and Caden.
That was fun.
Yeah. Why'd you stream at like 2:00 in the morning?
I couldn't sleep, and then I had a buzz going from that drink my wife made me. She put like 3 shots in there, and then towards the end of the stream, I got really nauseous. I was like,
yeah.
I got to end soon. I don't feel so good. I had a gyro and some shots, or gyro in that drink with some shots in it. She's like,
you were gyrating? What?
No, not gyrating. Gyro.
A
gyro. Gyro. Come on. Do I have to say gyro? Gyro.
Whatever it is.
What's the right way?
Are you talking about the Mediterranean
sandwich with
flatbread?
Yeah.
A euro.
A euro. Yeah.
Why can't you call it gyro?
Because
that's.
I like to respect the pronunciation of the land that it's from.
Are you sure that's accurate?
I don't know.
Sure? Are you sure?
I assume it's better than quesadilla because I swear everyone says that.
Quesadilla.
Yeah, can I get one of the quesadillas?
Andy McCollum says hail. Hey Andy, we don't really hail much around here, but
there's no hailing.
But happy to see you though.
I mean, I know Max used to say fail. That was a long time ago.
Oh yeah. I think we have to be careful on the members' mailbag, but don't look while we bring it up.
Yeah, I'm looking at my YouTube. My profile picture's not even appearing on my YouTube thing either.
Well, yes, MIDI Music Forever. If you want a shorter intro, because it's member streams, it's for your benefit, so I don't subject you to my long as hell intro.
Yeah, my profile picture's gone.
What?
That's weird. Let me fix that.
What'd you piss
Hail
off?
Hydra. Spherical Man says Hail Hydra.
Whoa. We don't say that here.
We don't talk about Hydra.
Okay, so be careful when we're looking at the mailbag, and then we're going to get to the main. There's quite a few here.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Will Wallace kind of did a spoiler in here too. because I didn't know this about. And man, I have to catch up on. It's cool enough though, because man, that gets my mind going. Like, wow, really? So Will Wallace with the time jumps for All Mankind, covering almost 40 years and 3 seasons. Which series do you see this becoming an unofficial prequel to? Star Trek, Star Wars, Firefly? I would think Star Trek. It was kind of like especially since Brian
Ron D. Moore is the writer for that show. Ronald D. Moore wrote Star Trek for 10 years. No, it's a Star Trek prequel. I mean, you could probably say Battlestar Galactica if you want to, because he did that. But yeah. No.
Hey, Ashley.
Hey.
So yes, it seems that like that, and I got to get back to it. My wife is not interested. She's like, you can watch it on your own. I'm not really feeling it, but I love it.
I love it. I don't want to get Apple TV for that.
Yeah. So I don't know. Does anyone else have anything to talk about that? No one's really watched For All Mankind.
I haven't seen For All Mankind yet.
It's really good. Really good. Then I made Brian. It was one of those things I made put pressure on Brian to watch backstage before stream or after stream. I was like, Brian, you got to watch this trailer and you have to watch it. But now he's not going to listen. Since the boys, he's not going to listen to me anymore. But then he's like, oh, look who's in charge of the showrunners. He got excited. Hey, Brian, are you going to watch For All Mankind? I don't know. Okay, The Geek Getaway. When is Max going to spin off a Gaming Madness and Entertainment channel? It's you know what? If I was a full-time YouTuber, if I quit my job, which 17 viewers, we're getting there, everyone. We are getting there. We got almost like 40-something members. I appreciate all the support. And 17 viewers. So we're close to me quitting my job and doing this. No, we're not.
What?
No, I was joking. But if I did this as a full-time job, I would probably have multiple channels. But it's too hard to maintain one. I mean, I tried to do that with the PlayStation Plus podcast, and then we never got past like 120 subs. And I could not listen. It is hard to grow your channel anymore on YouTube. It's just oversaturated, really. There's just so many channels doing what you're doing. You know.
That's why I have more fun being a contributor.
Oh, and what a contributor!
It is hard. It is hard. I mean, like
yes.
my channel's how many months old at this point? It's let's take a look. My channel's 2 months old, and I'm only just now at 181 subs. So. I mean, that's actually pretty decent, all things considered, but it's tough growing. My goal is to get to 200 by the end of the month, so we'll see.
Yeah. MIDI Music Forever says, don't quit your job. Yeah. Yeah, Brian, you got to watch For All Mankind now.
Okay. Let me put that on my list of things to do.
Right after the boys.
Brian is like, I have 10,000 hours of things to watch now.
All right.
He's gonna have to take a hibernation from everything and be like sit at his computer and watch everything.
So honestly, I just don't have the time to do it. I could barely to keep one channel in the algorithm, because you can't just make one video a day and and you can grow unless your shit's like really prolific, next level, something different than anyone else is doing and it's gauged upon. But if you're doing similar content to other content creators, here's advice for other YouTubers. If you're doing content that's still good, and you have your voice, but it's similar to, there's a lot of channels that do the same thing, and you do one video a day, you're not going to pop. Most likely, you're not going to pop in the algorithm, especially if you're covering topics that other people are talking about. You have to be more consistent with videos. Do more than one video a day. I'm actually trying to do more than one video a day to stay in the algorithm. I'm in the algorithm a little bit, but channel subs are they've kind of hit the wall again. What's the heck? Very hard, but I'm a funk ATM and haven't had much time.
I'm in a funk.
You're
at the moment. It's at the moment.
Yeah, listen, you don't have to be people. Here's another thing of advice. People overthink. Oh, wow, we got another new member, Malachi Trace. Thank you.
Welcome to the party.
Malachi Trace. I really appreciate that. It really helps the show. It really helps the community. I'm trying to okay. And then please, if you can, use the mailbag because I think the mailbag. Does everyone like them? I want to get feedback here. Does everyone like the mailbag at the beginning of the show? It's been making them more interesting instead of just only covering articles or the usual suspects. Some of these questions are great. All the participation's great.
Only my questions are great.
But it's had some very well. Yes, Caden, you do leave good questions.
Yeah, but all you have to do is follow you on Twitter, and you can already get those questions. I'm kidding.
Oh, Caden, I have the correction to make on our last stream. That was not a current video clip of Ezra.
I know. I just looked at that today, and someone said it was from February.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it was from February this year?
Yeah.
That's still not good.
Some people are saying it was from 2 years ago, so I don't know.
I saw the guy who I was looking at it last night and this morning, and I was scrolling through his comments, and he says, "Oh, that was from 2 months ago." Or like,
hey, we have 29 people watching. Can you smash the like button? Help the streams. You don't know. That is another thing. I don't ask for subs. I don't ask for all that other stuff. Memberships are really appreciated. You really help the show. You help us keep going. But engagement, when you like the like button, that really, really helps. Just a few more people doing it would really spread the madness.
I really like the like button. It's nice.
Yeah, love that like button.
You like it.
And listen, RJ, come on, man. We have to do one karaoke song with me on the next stream. We were having so much fun last night. Let it loose.
Well, I was gone. I was busy.
No. I mean, but when we bring it back next time, listen. I don't like karaoke, but Brian made it feel so welcoming and so much fun that I was even on there when he left. And I sang, right? Fred said, "I'm too sexy."
Oh, nice.
I sang.
Why is it like you're praying?
I say,
you're praying for.
Please, RJ.
He's
Please. Karaoke with me next time. We had Ashley join in. I sang Holla Back Girls. I sang Sabotage. And I wanted to sing one that was on my mind, but I'm like, I am not singing it without my man Brian there. I want to sing Bohemian Rhapsody together.
Oh God, we'll ruin it together. That sounds like fun.
Yes. All right, so let's get to the next question.
You should refresh the page, by the way.
All right. Okay, we covered that. Marvel
me.
Maniac. Will you? Oh man, you left a bunch.
I did.
Will you ever react to a certain corner again, or is that impossible now? I will not, because I respect my family. I don't care, but I do want to put. It's very tempting to put it in the intro.
I know.
The mask comes off. I want that in the intro so bad, but I was told that it's going to cause me problems at the home if I do that, because I was working on it and I was going to it, and that's all I'm saying. Because the corner in Section 8 buddies take on Ezra Miller was so bad. Why? What was it?
They said that it's all Zack Snyder's fault, and they called out Ray Fisher, saying he's the real problem.
Oh, dear Lord.
Lord have mercy.
They turned.
Oh God.
The corner turned the whole Ezra thing into an issue with Zack Snyder and says that they're all bad people.
Hey,
and they
Sean
probably
Hickman.
all done bad things.
Yes. Wow. Don't tempt me, RJ. What are you trying to do? You trying to get me in trouble?
No, I literally messaged Saggy and I was like, Max can't cover this, and I need you to because it's so bad.
I still think Jarbo's take was worse about. Now it just makes sense that Sasha Cauley's Supergirl is going to go against Black Adam. I'm like, really? Does that make sense? That's what everyone thinks of first when they think of Black Adam going against a super person. Not that I'm saying she couldn't hold her own or anything, and not that I'm sexist, but come on, are we really playing games here where we don't want to see these two muscular men going at each other, Black Adam and Henry Cavill Superman?
What?
Yeah. It's like you want to see it.
Both. My dream.
I would love to see both. Yes.
What I honestly want is I want to see Black Adam versus Superman and Shazam. All three.
What's
of them
up,
fight.
Shills?
That'd be cool.
What's this? I'm putting mine in the intro. The widow's trying to poison us and put us in the grave. Dark Knight Rider Games. Hey, hello. I'm going to have you on the show soon. Talk about gaming. All right. Oh, I have an announcement to make too. Listen, I'm not Isaac suggested CGH as well. I think the next appreciation stream, but and it's not that Canadians are worthless or anything like that, but I want to appreciate I want to appreciate two Canadians at the same time. I want to appreciate CJH and Aaron World Order at the same time because I miss Aaron. He's been busy with his stuff.
Yeah, he's been busy. He's coming back soon though, hopefully. Yeah.
So hopefully let's reach out to Aaron too. Wouldn't that be a nice message to be like, hey Aaron, they talked about you on MME member stream. They're you and CJH are gonna have a joint appreciation stream. But that does mean CJH, you have to sing a karaoke song at the end with Aaron, a duet.
Oh, I don't know about that. But
Okay.
It'll have to be a Drake song as well.
I just wanted to hear you say I don't know about that. Sorry. I'm bad. I'm sorry, CJH. I love Canadians. And TWBK, we get 3 for 1. Oh yeah, we could get TWK. Cancel Max.
And I'm going live later.
Oh yeah.
So my plan now is to do a Star Wars stream. Just talk positive about Star Wars.
Hey Ashley.
Hey.
Did you survive from karaoke night?
Yeah, after I almost had an anxiety attack after singing.
Oh, you were great.
Oh, you did great. Oh no.
Did anyone hear me? This is
Clearly
this
she's
is-
unhinged.
She's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
So-
let's not make it known that I did, because maybe they'll skip that part.
Well, see,
on Brian's channel.
I
live
like-
now.
I like Max's. It's like spoken word. He's kind of like
Max is awesome, yeah.
like William Shatner is, except like a gravelly William Shatner. It's like Tom Waits and William Shatner.
Yeah.
You know?
TW Max he's a singer now. He's a singer.
No, I'm not.
He's gonna do Rocket Man next time. And I just
there was actually one that I wanted to do because it's emotional for me. Like not that I want to get emotional on stream, but when I mentioned you two stuck in a moment, that helped me a lot of times when I was very depressed.
Yeah.
That is such a great song. It means so much to me. And one of the hardest things to do when you're depressed is to move on. But that's really what you need to do.
Yeah.
Don't get stuck in a moment. It's such a beautiful, it's simple. It's a simple song to the point, and it's beautiful. And I was going to sing that, and I really know that. So next time I want to sing that.
Cry.
Yeah. Well, it's really going to bring tears to your eyes when I'm singing it.
Oh, I can't wait. You did great.
Multiple reasons.
Fine already.
All right.
You were fine. You did great.
Maybe next time I'll sing in full Madman attire. We'll see.
Yes, do it.
I got my see. We'll see how that goes. It's not going to be all the time though. We don't want to overdo the karaoke. I also thought of something really cool because Thade, listen, everyone did great, but Brian, Thade, and Ryan Zeberfeld. Yes, Ryan is also really good.
Oh, he was killing.
So I thought of a cool way.
Ryan did karaoke.
Yes, it was amazing.
I thought a cool way to do a karaoke war. If you're up for it, Brian.
Can I be a judge?
Yes, we could be judges. We can have a karaoke Hall of Fame, and then you pick a song, and we go halfway through. So Brian sings the first part, and Thade comes in at the end. And you flip a coin. I'll flip a coin to see who goes first. You pick, and then we decide who wins.
And we throw down.
And we're sharing the link. Yeah, just skip my song, guys. That's what I would tell you. Unless you want your ears to bleed.
What was the biggest mistake song that we sang? I think Makuna Matata. I thought that was going to be fun. It was not fun.
No,
it was weird.
There's a lot of spoken words.
The first one, the very first one, when you all the one you should not have done. We should have went with the initial bye.
Yes,
tearing up my heart was
that was
because I didn't remember.
Bad.
Yeah, I found out too. You know, you really have to know the song because I didn't remember how that song, the melody went. And it's pretty obvious. No, Jeffrey. No, Jeffrey.
Oh, I didn't put the link in the chat or anything.
Malachi
either.
Trace.
There it goes. It's the last night's show right there. Click on that and you'll enjoy
Don't
yourself.
click. Don't click right now though. Max should sing Genesis "I Can't Dance" on the next
okay.
karaoke. Okay.
I can't dance. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
Akuna Matata is more like it. Hello, good people.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Pretty
Elmo.
much.
All right, let's get to the member mailbag here.
H Barts.
The Barts.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm also liking these, so I know where I'm at. Hey, Max, what is a non-comic or Star Wars film you're looking forward to? Avatar?
I was good.
Avatar 2?
Okay, anything besides Avatar?
Hey, Max,
Godzilla
I have
vs.
a
Kong
follow-up
2.
question though. Like, I have a follow-up
I'm trying to
question,
think
right?
what's coming out by the end of the year.
It's
what
just
else am-
Avatar. We know it's Avatar.
Well, there's
Here's
a
the
lot
question,
of
Max. Here's
yeah.
the question though. Follow-up question. What happens if Avatar 2 is like the most disappointing film you've ever seen in your entire life?
Not possible. Not possible. I don't think it's possible. It hasn't even crossed my mind that it's gonna be bad. The beautiful ones. Well, no, we don't want to pressure Ashley. We don't want to pressure Ashley. Same question for everyone else. That's a good question. RJ, what is a non-comic or Star Wars film that you're looking forward to?
This year or in general?
I guess in general. I don't know.
Well, we'll just do this year to keep it more simple. I'm looking forward to Nope. Nope should be good.
Nope.
Yes, no.
Nope.
Who's that? Who's directing? Jordan Peele or something?
Peele. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm interested in Bullet Train next month. Bullet Train should be interesting.
That looks fun.
Obviously Avatar 2. And really that's about it. I mean, there's not much else coming out that I'm really thinking about right now other than that. So
Mr. Master, I'm tired of this cape shit. What are you looking forward to? What do you got?
Pass.
No, you don't even know.
I don't.
You don't even know.
I'm honestly okay. When it comes to movies, to be honest, there really isn't any movies that I'm looking forward to.
Do
TV shows maybe, but that's about it. I don't know. You guys know me in movie theaters. I'm like, I don't know. It's usually, and it sucks because I'm tired of Cape movies, but I'm looking forward to going to see the Thor: Love and Thunder.
yeah, that's
I still gotta get my ticket. You have your ticket, Ashley?
Yes.
Is it IMAX or what? Did you?
Yes,
how is
IMAX
it?
first night. Then the next
wow.
night it's just my local theater.
You have 2 nights scheduled. Wow.
Yeah, and then I'm going probably again Saturday and Sunday. I just have to see what's going on with people. But but also like the films like RJ like named 2 of mine. I'm really excited to see Bullet Train. I'm really excited to see that. And so that for me. And then the other one that I'm super excited to see is really not a theatrical release unless you live in certain markets. Like I'm super hyped for The Gray Man. Like I can't wait to see that movie.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Oh, The Gray Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
like,
If you're talking about like non-theatrical, then definitely Gray Man. Gray Man. When does Gray Man come out? I don't even remember.
Three weeks, right?
It's like very very soon. I can't wait to see that. Like it looks like it just. Well, I mean, I haven't seen it, but it looks like from the trailers, like it could be a theatrical release. But I'm super excited for that. So those are the 2 that I'm really really excited to see.
CGH, do you have any
Movies?
that aren't comic book or Star Wars related that you're looking forward to? Yeah, they're coming.
I'd like to rewatch that Avatar when it comes out in theaters.
Oh, in September, yeah, the re-release of the first Avatar.
Nope is okay.
I'm excited for Nope. Yeah.
I haven't seen Lightyear yet because I didn't get a chance to.
Why?
I really want to see it. It's just money.
I need to go see it. I want the movie. I have not. We'll get to it later. I need to see Elvis, but I might go see
It's good. It's good. Like to me, I like how they tell the story, and it makes you feel. It's like weird because it's not like a.
Did they address any of the
biopic in the
controversies?
sense? Oh yeah, they do. Like they get into a lot of stuff, and like it makes you. understand like where he was coming from with his music and his music choices. So I was really interested in that. And then like the way it kind of like does like it like plays up on these weird like comic book tropes, like the villain and the good guy. It kind of gives you that vibe. And then like I really think that the cinematography is great too. I wish there was more music in the actual movie, but it's really good. Like and Tom Hanks is like amazing. Like he's so odd, but it's like perfect. Like you would think that he's like this villainous character, like the way he goes about it, like in this like kooky like character. It's great, really.
What about
Did they
Bullet Train?
They have the scene of Colonel like giving people hate Elvis like pictures and stuff?
Yes.
Okay. That's
it's a lot, and he like narrates it.
Oh, he does.
So it's yes. He narrates the movie, and it's really cool.
Well, Caden, what non-comic book or Star Wars movies are you looking
I have
forward
a couple that I'm really excited for. I'm really excited for Nope. I'm really excited for Bullet Train. I'm really excited for Bodies, which is the A24 slasher movie. I'm really excited for Lyle Lyle Crocodile with Javier Bardem. I'm really excited for a lot of good movies are coming out this year. But yeah, those are the ones that are coming off the top of my head.
I'll be honest with you. I think Jordan Peele is very talented. The angle is kind of worn thin on me. I don't really know what Nope is about, though. I got to research that.
It's aliens.
Aliens. Okay, that's different.
Nope. Okay. I might be interested.
Not
all right.
Earth.
So do you think it's challenging himself more than his other projects, than the horror with the angle?
Well, I think so. It doesn't look like a clear-cut horror movie.
Listen, with the social commentary angle, there's all, and I appreciate that, but also consistent. Like, do you think it's challenging?
The villain of the movie.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't really know a lot about Nope, but
we have a great question up next.
Is it an RJ
would
question?
you rather fight a polar bear with a bottle of Coca-Cola or a lion with a barbecue skewer?
I get the first one, but I don't get the second one.
I don't either.
There's nothing to get. Just answer the question.
I thought that there was a reference to the second one. Like the first one.
My chances are better with a polar bear. I don't know. A lion? Taking a barbecue skewer from a lion? That's meat, you know. And I kind of like Coca-Cola. Like honestly, the stinking commercial got in my head, RJ.
Would you drink the Coke with the polar bear?
Yeah, I would really like to hang out with the polar bear and drink a Coke. I like Coke.
While he's mauling you.
Well,
you're scary.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think I'd rather go with the lion just because like the skewer has a point to it. You'd have to break if it's a bottle, you have to break it. So you're
planning to kill the lion and then
use as a shiv,
like, yeah, like it's like either you get out or he gets it. Like you're fighting to the death.
Kill or be killed.
Ashley took that question to the next level. She's like, I'm gonna survive.
She's the only one that gave it thought.
And then I'm gonna
survive, man.
Then I'm gonna
survive.
Well, actually, you wouldn't eat the kebab because you're a vegetarian.
Fuck that polar bear.
I mean, if it's a vegetable kebab, I can.
If it's a plastic Coke bottle, you're fucked.
I'd probably go with the polar bear because there's always the possibility the polar bear will want to drink the Coke, and then I just run away.
Like the commercial?
Yeah.
No, I remember I saw a beautiful polar bear at the zoo, and we were really close to the glass, and the polar bear was enjoying the snack, and then he turned around and saw us and like attacked the glass, and me and my niece took off running. It was like one of the scariest moments of my life, and he was behind a glass in an enclosure. Very frightening.
Yeah,
very frightening. Bear, yeah, I'm not messing with a polar bear.
They're like 30 feet tall when they fucking stand up on their haunches, bro. I ain't trying to tangle with that.
No, not me either.
I think the question would be, would you rather die by getting eaten alive by a polar bear or a lion?
But you could try to make yourself look big in front of a lion.
Well, it's more like what's your last meal, a Coke or a barbecue skewer? I'd like to have a refreshing Coke.
Well,
on the
I'd
way
take a
out.
Coke while I'm dying. Yeah, sure.
I think you're gonna die.
But wait, what happens if if the polar bear like rips your innards out? Then you don't get to enjoy the Cokes and gets doesn't.
Oh
go
my
at least the-
gosh, RJ.
You get to taste it though. That's the whole point. Like, I don't care what my stomach feels. Like,
That's kind of messed up. I'm
as
sorry.
long as it didn't rip my tongue out, we're good.
Well,
What if it
senior
rips out your
nerd.
tongue and your?
I'm not losing those.
No, we're not doing that. No. Let's
What if it
Uh,
rips
next
out your
question.
whole mouth?
Oh my God! They added Spider-Man: Homecoming to Disney
Hey
Plus.
Hans. Hey Hans, are
In
you
Canada.
In
do
Canada.
Not, damn it, but do not. Okay,
CJ?
when
Fake
CJ
news, CJ.
I gotta get a
Get outta here.
VPN again.
Okay,
Well,
I
if you
gotta
have
get
VPN, it's
VPN
not an
again.
issue.
Yeah,
Hans,
I don't have it anymore.
Hans, are you available to come talk about Lord of the Rings? Because we're going to react to that later. It's quite interesting. I pre-watched it. Okay, so Senior Nerd says, would you rather, what all these rather questions, Disney paying the full Spider-Man rights from Sony, but the upcoming Sony Marvel movies are set in the MCU? Yes, that also includes Bad Bunny El Muerto. Or WB bring back Zack Snyder to overlook the DCU, but it is a complete reboot with a new cast. Ouch.
The former.
Well, what's the point of Snyder if that's the case? Like, that kind of
Well-
defeats the purpose, right? Like,
Yeah, I only want Zack Snyder to come back to finish what he started. I don't want a whole new reboot. If they're going to do a whole new reboot, I kind of rather a different vision, honestly. And people might think
Yeah,
I'm
if you're
so
gonna
Snyder
reboot,
biased.
there's no point in bringing Snyder back.
Like, right. So Disney paying the full Spider-Man rights from Sony for the upcoming Sony Marvels are set in the MCU. But all
No,
those bullshit like
have all of
Morbius and El Muerto are in this MCU.
I'd rather at
Oh,
least have a purpose.
is it-
At least
I
have a
just think you're
purpose.
gonna get a different Morbius. Probably he's gonna
Is
be
it-
fixed.
Is it saying that like the Spider-Man
least
movies
it's
as
good.
they are right now, like Morbius and Venom?
Yes,
and all
that they would exist in
They
the
are just
MCU and would
Okay,
going
I
forward.
would pick that one.
I would too.
Okay.
You know,
mean,
right now,
Yeah,
what
they would give.
I'd
I'd
years
rather
ago-
have that. Yeah.
2
Well, the
years ago
sequels
the
might be
price
better.
tag. Yeah, 2 years ago the price tag was $4 billion. Now it's probably now went up a bit because of the value and how much money Spider-Man No Way Home made. But yeah, if you're gonna buy it for what, roughly 5 million upwards, and think about all the profit later down the road, and then all those characters are going to exist within the MCU, it's well worth it. I would pick, but that's no surprise here because I'm an MCU shill. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Lewis Berry, $2. Thank you, Lewis Berry. I appreciate the support. Hyped BC. What's BCS?
Better Call Saul season
Better
6.
Call Saul.
Yes.
Season 6, part 2, man.
Yes.
Watch the show if you've not. I haven't watched it yet.
It's
Not even one
amazing.
episode.
It's better than Breaking Bad.
I
telling
never
you
finished
guys,
Breaking
it's
Bad. I really
freaking
enjoyed
You
Breaking
never
Bad.
finished Breaking Bad?
No.
I'm telling you,
What
it's a
the
different
hell?
like pace, but like overall, like
Brian, have you
Lalo
finished it?
Salamanca.
Yeah, Brian, have you
It's
watched
not
this
Kate-
show?
it's
Have
not
you watched
Kate
this?
stuff.
Have you watched this?
No.
I'm not gonna ask.
Right? It's just like
I've never watched
come
Breaking
from
You
Bad
should
either.
watch it, Brian.
No,
you
Brian.
should watch this, Brian. Watch it.
Sure.
Do what you want, Brian. If you
Thank
feel
you.
it, then do it.
Well,
'Cause I don't want
Lewis
to.
Berry,
I've
I
had
don't want the
people
wrath
recommend
of
it
Brian
for
if
me.
he doesn't like it.
Lewis Berry, thank you for the support. Appreciate the recommendation. He says, watch the show if you're not.
It's amazing.
You should have added Brian there. Brian, watch the show if you're not.
Okay.
Han says, I'm guessing bitch Rodica is hating the show because it's woke, because women. Basically, he found out there's female orcs. That's just a little preview.
Lord have mercy.
Lewis Berry.
No, it works.
Lewis Berry, although he actually gave me some knowledge about the past that I didn't know. Okay. Lewis Berry, $2. I want the Ayer and the Schumacher cut. So do I. Even if nothing else continues, I want to see what's there. I'm pretty much on board for most director's cuts or additional footage. I love seeing that stuff. I love seeing stuff that you're not supposed to, that wasn't necessarily in the theatrical or might not ever see the light of day if it's not for decisions
about
by the
the
director.
6-hour cut of Revenge of the Sith?
Is there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to see that.
And I'm pretty sure there's for the Phantom Menace, it's
RJ, what he's
8
calling you
hour
out.
cut,
You
I
never
think.
finished a show, then proceeds to not finish so many great shows.
I finished a lot of shows actually. I mean, I just finished Stranger Things the other day, so
Okay. So thank you for that
Yeah,
hard
there's
question.
6
Tanner.
hours of Phantom Menace as well.
oh, another great question from another great
Okay.
user.
Yes, thank
God
you,
damn.
Marvel Maniac. Why
Stroking
do you
his
think
own ego
Lightyear
over here.
failed at the box office and Minions: The Rise of Gru blew up to the biggest 4th of July opening ever? Because Rise of Gru didn't take itself so serious and embraced what it is.
But here's the thing, though, right?
Lightyear was
Here's
trying to
what's good.
expand the universe, and it's
They're
not
both
really.
they're both beloved franchises, yet one's really like bombed, and the other one's doing extraordinarily well.
I think 2 words: Tim Allen.
You really think it's because of the Tim Allen thing?
I think a lot of people really, really, really. I mean, because if I really think that it's because of Tim Allen really not being there, and then the group of people who were like, that's what I'm saying. I never think it's just one group of people who are like, I don't want to see this because of, perceived things that they believe, like the gay kiss. I don't think it's all one thing. I think it's a combination of that mixed with the Tim Allen's not there, because people love Tim Allen in the role. And I really believe a lot of it was the fact that he wasn't there.
I think that's a solid point, Ashley. I kind of just think it's all the other characters that aren't there, along with like just the fun. Sometimes, what's the magic of Toy Story? It's toys. It's it's the interaction with the other toys and the other characters. And if you want to spin it off and do one character, focus on that, and say maybe this is where the origins of that toy came out, it's got to be exciting, fun.
Yeah, but it's Buzz Lightyear. That's a big giant brand name, though.
But
like none of it makes sense.
Okay, so let me pitch a Buzz Lightyear scenario.
Real quick.
Well, okay, let me pitch a Buzz Lightyear scenario for you. Would you rather see what we got of like a realistic Buzz Lightyear that may have inspired the toy line, or would you rather see a Buzz Lightyear that was going against Emperor Zurg and all these like spaceships and lasers, like Star Wars for Buzz Lightyear?
Can I be
really
honest?
Epic. Yeah.
You remember the cartoon movie?
Yeah.
I'd rather like a version of that, where like the alien princess and like his alien buddies fighting Emperor Zurg. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's as simple as that. I think people would rather.
If it was like the cartoon, I think it would have been huge.
Yes, exactly.
Buzz.
And I think a lot of people felt like, I heard a lot of like, we don't need this movie. Why are we getting this movie without Tim Allen? I saw a lot of that, but then also, so I feel like even I like seeing I like a prequel sometimes, because I like to see the origins of things and and how it like evolves before. Like I always like to see the pre. So for me, I liked Lightyear. I mean, to me it's not a perfect film, and then I wonder if like a lot of people with a lot of these Pixar films have been regulated really lately to Disney Plus, so maybe it's also getting back into the swing of things of taking your children to the theater to see these movies. I don't know.
I just wanted to see a Woody's Roundup TV show.
Yeah, well,
I would love that.
The reason this isn't really a spoiler because it doesn't say what it is, but like I know a lot of people really didn't like the story because of what they did with Zurg. Like, a lot of people didn't like that.
It didn't make sense though either from how they explain. I don't want to say what it is. Based off the rules that they set forth, it kind of doesn't make a lot of sense either. With that element, prior to it, to me, it like, and also the leap to get there just doesn't make sense. Like I didn't mind that being the twist because of what that means, but the explanation of it was very sloppy.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
So Max, you don't think it's because of the kiss. It's not because of wokeness.
No,
that it
no, no, no,
bonds.
no,
Because
no. it's
everyone's
not
saying that's why.
No, it's
Because
really it's
because
really,
guess what? The Phantom Menace are now saying the Rise of Gru is like succeeding because it's not woke like Top Gun. I'm like,
wait,
oh my
Rise of
God.
Gru just had fun with what it is. Don't try to be pretentious and be more than what
Right.
you are.
Rise
Just
of
have
Gru
fun.
is trying to be Morbius. Trying to be exactly like
No,
Morbius
no.
with the memes.
It just is fun with what it is. That's it.
No,
Not
here's the
trying to be
difference with
any
Rise
more.
of Gru with the meme thing, though. Sony tried to make Morbius a meme. Minions became a meme by them doing absolutely nothing. They've never done any, like, they just let it be. That's the thing. Just the internet did it by itself. Morbius, they tried too hard to force it into being a meme. That's kind of the difference.
All right. Well, the Geek Getaway. Should Marvel cast Henry Cavill as Wonder Man?
No,
I love a Hans's
Nathan Fillion.
comment.
Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion?
I don't know who they're going to cast as Wonder Man. Could literally be anybody. I honestly don't know.
I thought they said Captain Britain for Henry Cavill.
They want Henry Cavill for everything, man. It could be anybody.
Everything.
Yeah.
Because he's a walking superhero. Like,
yeah, I agree. I agree with Ashley. Hans's comments on point.
You know who?
Yeah, gays kissing is sexual child grooming, and a man kissing a sleeping woman is romantic. Obviously, guys, right? I mean, Hans is on point.
How lacking confidence you are with your own being if someone else kissing.
By the way, that whole
is gonna change your thoughts on things.
Can I just say this?
Like, is that really gonna change you seeing other people kiss?
Well, here's
Like,
the thing too.
It changed me,
Lightyear
guys.
Thing,
it changed
that whole
me.
Lightyear thing. It's like 2 frames of animation. That's it. It's
Like,
literally,
yeah.
But they're acting like
if you would have been grabbing for popcorn, looking
like,
down,
it's like they're acting like it's a Clockwork Orange where they open your open eyes. There's so much agenda being pushed into my eyeballs. I'm gonna end up a certain way when I leave the theater because I watched this. No,
it was important for another character to show that even though Buzz's character thought that they lost something, they really didn't, because they gained a family and love and you know and things like that. So it just happened to be 2 women, guys. That's it.
I do have a question though. So I guess Andy has the buzz from the last scene.
Well, I don't want to spoil anything. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see it yet. I'm waiting for Disney Plus.
But I saw a clip.
Okay. Well, I don't want to. I'm gonna watch it with my wife when it gets to Disney Plus. So I don't want to get spoiled.
Why didn't Andy get Zurg?
I don't know.
I don't know. Probably because villains aren't as cool as the heroes, I guess.
Marvel Maniac says, if you had to recast Superman today, who would you pick? I might go with Austin Butler from Elvis. Honestly, now that I've seen like an extremely muscular Superman, I kind of want that. I kind of like that he's like really, really Superman. Like, I honestly, anyone could probably do the job.
Who did you say? I missed it.
I don't know, but I would want them to be extremely muscular like Cavill. Because if you look at like Superman and Lois is a great show, but anytime he's Superman, it's very obvious he's in a bodysuit. And I don't want to be superficial, but there's just something about it that
not everyone
brings
that physique though.
Yeah, I know that, but it brings a little bit more authenticity to it, you know?
I mean, they also can bulk up, work out, train. We've seen a lot of actors do that, but
I don't know. It's just great because it's most reminiscent of the old comics. That's really muscular.
How about Steve Harvey?
Yeah, Steve Harvey all day. But for me, it's hard. I can't even like bring my brain to think of anybody other than Henry Cavill. Like, that's how conditioned I am.
Want to watch, what's this? AOT.
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan.
Amazing. Watch Attack on Titans. It's great. It's great.
I don't remember where I left off. I can't remember which season. I like the show a lot. Yes, I would like to watch some of it. I don't know if I could watch a whole lot of it on Discord though, because I'm open to it, Hans. I'm open to it. I want to see it. It's done now, isn't it?
Kinda, yeah. I think there's like a couple more episodes. But that's it.
I have to get
Sorry,
back in the
no.
It's
anime.
gonna end in a movie too. So.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, they're ending it with the movie. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Marvel Maniac in a boxing match. Would you rather fight Rocky, Thanos, the Hulk, or Coke? What? Stop this with Grace Randolph.
What? It's a legit question.
We're just spend all this time on.
I would rather a coked up Grace Randolph, and I'm not explaining why.
That's kind of weird.
Okay, who you RJ answer your own question.
No, this is your member.
All right,
not mine.
Brian.
Huh? What's going on?
Would you rather fight in a
All right.
boxing match, Rocky, Thanos, the Hulk, or coked up Grace Randolph?
Oh, I'd take the coked up Grace Randolph all day long.
Oh, would you now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Ashley?
Bring
Ashley?
me Thanos. I want the biggest, baddest guy because I can take him
Right.
down.
Okay. Ooh.
Well, first off, I wouldn't.
Here's
Okay,
the
let me
one,
rephrase
too.
that. I'm not about to hit a woman. Okay, so I don't.
No.
advocate for violence. So let me rephrase that. I'm not a fighter.
Yeah, Hans, it's not confirmed, but yeah, I think it's coming though.
Okay. CGH, who would you pick?
What was it? Superman?
Rocky, Thanos, the Hulk, or Grace
Coked up
Randolph?
Grace Randolph in a boxing match.
Oh, the Hulk.
The sun is
Oh,
getting
He would
real
just
low.
get angry.
Mhm.
Just
All
get
right.
make him more angry and he'll win.
Isaac wants to know, when will Jeremy come back to your stream? I don't think he'll ever come again.
What about Ryan?
I really doubt it. No,
Ever gonna get Ryan Kinnell?
no, he's trying to
No.
ignore me.
The woke dudes. here.
I'd ignore
Who,
you too.
do you think you get like Odin or like Josiah Rice
Whoa.
or any of those guys on there?
No,
Big
they
Bird
know
would.
they know the deal. They know I'm going to end up in my intro. They don't want to look bad. They want to be in their echo chambers. No. I think that was the last appearance of Jeremy on the channel.
I wouldn't
Do
say
you think you
last,
could ever get
but
Nimrodtic
I
on a
think
stream?
eventually.
Or ad?
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
Gary.
Nope.
Gary.
It's not after this stream tonight. No. Max, whose death was more sad, Goose from Top Gun?
Wow,
or Eddie Munster?
Oh,
You can't read that.
shit, but
That movie spin-off.
No,
is
not
a
that part.
spoiler.
Not that part. Not that part. The next
That's
part.
a
You can't read the next part.
Don't-
Shit about Eddie Munson.
Oh, damn it.
1955.
Oh shit! I didn't realize that was the character's name.
I told
Yes.
you in the private chat there was a spoiler question.
I was
told
thinking
you.
it was about Top
Nobody
Gun.
listens.
Oh damn you, Chubby Teddy! I didn't finish it yet. Oh man,
Oh, now he knows. So you're fucked up.
I am so sorry. Now my wife is even in the background, like, "Oh, you idiot! Damn it!"
Oh,
Sorry.
I feel bad. for
I
you.
didn't even watch the show.
In
See,
the
I don't even. I have no reason to get upset right now.
It's a joke.
Did you hear what is
Footloose and
happening?
fancy free.
What? Yeah, she's like, that's why you should have finished it last night.
Yeah.
She
She
said that's why I
told you,
didn't.
bro.
She said,
Yeah,
said,
she got you.
she said, I'm sick of people. There's spoilers everywhere. That's what she was saying. All her friends too. She's like, no. She's like, that's why you should have watched it last night.
Smart woman.
Damn it.
You should listen
Max,
to your wife.
you got a good one there, buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
listen to
should
her.
listen to your wife.
Next time
man.
she tells you something. Yeah.
Facts.
Yes.
And the dog too.
Oh man.
And
She seems
Callie
pretty
was
wise.
barking to warn you not to read it.
Oh, I'm sorry. We
Oh.
got Lethal Burrito here saying, "Hail Friday Night Tights." Thank you,
Cool.
Lethal
Okay,
Burrito,
nice.
for watching. Remember, you could be a member too.
For 99 cents. a month.
99 cents.
You can be a member.
All right. Man, I didn't realize that was. I know his name.
It's a joke. It's not real. It's
Okay.
not real.
Okay.
For less than $1.
The CGH appreciation stream went. We try to keep them like a month apart. CGH. We got to reach out to Aaron. We're getting as many Canadians on a stream as we can. But it's coming, CGH, and we appreciate you now. We appreciate you, and
It's
you do have a
coming in
website.
2052.
I appreciate you.
I'll tell you exactly what I would do for a Klondike bar, RJ. Go to the store and buy one.
Well, thank you for answering, Max. What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Almost anything.
Like
No,
go to the
I'm
store
scared.
That sounds
and buy
creepy.
one.
That sounds really creepy.
No.
Almost anything.
No. Actually,
Kill the
I'm
man
really,
once for
I'm really
5
upset because I shop at Aldi's and Aldi's had a
All
generic
these
Klondike bar.
nasty.
No, it's not.
All
Screw
these,
you.
they have great organic and gluten-free options. I've
It's
been there
great.
before.
Listen, when you have to pay 100% of your bills, and I'm not giving any shade, RJ, but when you have to, you will love that generic shit.
I'd rather just go
Yeah.
to like Sam's Club or Costco if I'm gonna buy.
I
in
would
bulk.
too, and that gets expensive.
Yeah, like we can.
But
all
I'm saying,
afford
but
to go to
Aldi's,
Costco,
like
money
for me,
bags.
like is close for
Listen.
me, and like I like a lot of like they have a bigger selection of like vegan and organic and gluten free stuff.
That's
like
great.
compared to like if I go to like Kroger, and I don't buy anything like that at Walmart.
And gluten free stuff is really expensive at the regular grocery store. Because I was gluten free for a little bit. I did get some of the stuff there. But they had. But my point was they had a generic version of Klondike bar that actually liked better than Klondike's, and then I haven't seen it in months. You know, sometimes you get some at Aldi's that's really good, and then it disappears. So they have their own version of Klondike bar, and it's gone. So I like Klondike bars. What would anyone else? CJH, what would you do for a Klondike bar?
I'm not sure if Canada even has that.
Me either.
They live in the Klondike. Why would they have Klondike bars? No.
We have so much better stuff.
Emo
When it comes to
Mr.
candy.
Alamo says Aldi's is full of lies. Elmo, stop shopping there. They have bad stuff in it.
No.
It's also a lot quicker for me to drive
I know
10
what that
minutes than
is.
55
Wait, I
minutes
have
to go to the whole
legit question. Because I haven't gone. I haven't gone into Aldi's in like at least like 4 or 5 months. Is it cheaper than Walmart right now? Because I do most of my shopping at Walmart right now.
I don't know.
Listen, I
what I
could
do is I buy in bulk. That way I save money for like a couple months.
I
If buy
could
in
get
bulk,
my
I never
grocery.
worry.
My receipt list is like in half when I go to Aldi's from when I go to.
Because last time we went to Walmart, no joke, we spent like $300 and we barely got anything that we actually needed.
I know what that
is. This really what we're showing here? What is
This
this?
I spent
Canada.
that for 3 days on groceries.
Oh, that's Klondike. Go up. That's Klondike right there with the polar bear.
Yeah. We got O. Henry.
Hey, we got 38 people
Coffee
watching. Have you smashed that like button yet? I don't think so because the corn bots aren't here yet.
I've got.
You don't know what Klondike bars are? Oh,
I've got more wax.
I don't eat them, so I would be okay without them.
They're not that good, to be honest.
No comment. No comment.
I don't eat dairy, so.
Oh,
the
there you go.
Geek Getaway said, "What is the best superhero video game?"
Superman Returns.
Yes, I was gonna say that. Facts.
I've never played that for the
that game
Xbox.
is legit, dude.
I
Oh my
like
God.
it was okay. Say Batman Arkham games, then
I
Spider-Man.
like Marvel versus Capcom.
And Marvel vs. Capcom. Maybe the Amazing Spider-Man games. I like them. The movie tie-in, and then yeah. And
talking about like the greatest superhero game ever made. Are we talking like movie license game or just regular superhero game?
You know what's a really good one is the Wolverine game on PS3 for
Oh yeah,
Wolverine.
that is amazing.
Actually,
Ninja Turtles count.
Yeah, it kind of counts. Yeah.
The game I was playing the other day. What was it? Prototype.
Yeah.
For me, I would say Batman Arkham City. Definitely Infamous is up there. The Infamous series is up there. Probably the greatest superhero game ever made, though, is Spider-Man, PS4.
Hey, Sag.
Yeah, that game is lit.
Oh, congrats to Saggy on her beautiful new baby.
Yes.
Congrats.
Yes.
Wait,
I was
what?
confused for a second.
Yeah. I was like, what?
Saggy
has a baby?
Saggy, congrats on your baby.
Puppy.
I agree with Daryl though, because like
that's
love
her puppy's name is Baby, right?
Yes.
Congrats on your beautiful baby. Yeah, dog named Baby. Yeah.
I
wanted to confuse people at first.
Ultimate Alliance is good. 1 and 2.
That's my favorite because. But
what about the Switch version?
Ultimate Alliance 3. Yeah.
Yeah, I play. Yeah, I play. That's my.
Doesn't count. Hold on. Sonic Adventure 2 is not a superhero game.
It's not a superhero game, bro. That's
Sonic's a superhero, dude. What are you talking about?
He's
Not
not
really. It's a
He's
count.
not a
Like
cosmetic.
Elmo's
no.
dog and
Spider-Man
Big
or
Bird.
Batman.
Did you not just watch freaking Sonic 2?
Elmo's
Sonic is the Sonic is no.
Legit
Elmo's a
hero.
That's a
superhero.
That's a video game franchise.
He
No,
saved
Sonic's not a
Green Hills.
superhero.
No, he's not.
Sonic
What?
is a superhero. I
I'm
would think
walking
so.
out
He's
there. You guys-
not.
Oh my god. Okay, dude. Just because he doesn't wear a cape and came out of a
Especially in the
comic book
movies.
does not mean he's not a superhero, dude.
I
Watch
I
how
would
Sonic
say
he's
he's a superhero.
How he's not a superhero whatsoever.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
especially in the movies when he's helping
That's
the real world.
I think
those
he's
are
te-
video
Based
game
off the
movies.
rules of a superhero, he's technically a superhero.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Yes, he
Yeah,
is.
he is.
Blue
Yeah, he is.
Vengeance face. Oh,
Yeah, you're right.
God.
Grover.
Now that's a superhero. That's a superhero.
That's a
Yeah.
superhero fact.
Yeah.
Not Sonic.
Well,
All
Sonic
due
in the
respect.
games, when he's in his own environment, I don't think is a superhero. Well, he is to those animals, I guess. But he's even more so a superhero when he goes into the real world, like in the movies.
I don't know about that.
I completely agree with that. I don't get this. Why are there no knock jokes about freedom?
I don't know.
I don't know what Tony's trying to do there. I don't know.
Mario needs to make a better movie than the one that came out in the 90s, okay? And then
You're
talk.
getting
Yeah.
one. You're getting one in this December.
Hmm.
Wait.
Sonic.
This
Sonic saves the world.
See, if you wore a costume, then he'd be a superhero. But
Oh, get out of here.
So what wasn't
that
Ezra? So it
that
wasn't
would be
Ezra. It was
cool.
that.
That would be a cool skin to have. Actually,
Well, do
I
you know
like
what
that.
Tony's doing here, Brian? I don't understand this. Why there are no knock jokes about freedom?
I don't know.
I don't get it. I don't get it, Tony. Why aren't you here to
It's not
explain?
free. I don't know.
Oh, this
Knock
guy
knock.
here. Sup, dweebs?
Okay, knock, Brian.
Who's there?
Freedom.
Freedom who?
I don't get it.
I don't
I don't know. We tried,
You should have
Tony.
said free, and then when he said who, you should have said
Free.
no.
Dumb.
Oh, get a load of this guy. All right. So we give this
Easy.
guy an appreciation stream. Okay. And what does he get off?
He's too cool.
What? Right?
Hmm.
You gave him a big head there, Max.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you appreciate
No,
people too much.
we
I know
are
what he's
gonna
doing
we are gonna
already.
start depreciation streams.
hey, Max.
Who are we
Max,
nominating for the first
Hey, Max.
depreciation stream? We got 45 people watching. You know what to do with that like button. We have no corn bots here yet, so I know you didn't do it. No, I'm just kidding.
I
I'm not playing
added
your
a
game.
question.
Of course you did.
Wait, no. Do you know what that is?
Appreciation stream canceled.
Read the question, Max. Read the
I don't know what a
question.
lot of things are. Stop messing with me.
Read the question.
Max, do you know what Sugma? I don't even want to say it.
Suck, oh my god.
That sounds like something. Brian, you read it, not me.
Sounds like something what a vacuum cleaner does.
I don't want to.
Max, no.
Yeah,
God
one
damn,
more
that's a
question.
lot. That's a lot of Loki season 2 pictures.
Face.
So-
No thanks. No thanks.
Oh, my
I will not be
goodness.
participating. No means no. No, thank you.
Oh man.
We have one.
Oh,
We have
wow.
one more question, then we're done.
Intensity.
I love these questions tonight.
The Marvel Maniac says, "Why does Max smell so bad?" Because
Well,
Because
because he
it's-
wears a mask.
because it's hot up in here, and I still got my mask on for all of my great members. I wanted to be
Should
presentable,
probably
the
refresh the
turtleneck.
page to make sure there's
and
no
I
more
and
questions.
this needs a wash. Woo!
So hot in her.
Where's your
It's hot in
Miko
here.
sweater?
It's up in my room. I have it.
I think we're done though. I don't
Alright.
think there's any more questions.
No. Someone left another
The
one.
CJ.
Oh, wait, there's one more.
Okay, hold on.
Will
Yes,
anyone? What? I can't read
CJH
that.
is saying, will everyone join the Star Wars stream on the CJH channel? He's hosting a stream after this. I'm going to stop by for a little bit, CJH. I will. Yeah.
You gotta
Thank you.
refresh. You gotta refresh.
Oh, come on. Are you
Oh,
playing
Another
this?
one.
Come
For
on.
fuck's sakes. I was just joking around last week. What the hell is this? No, I'm kidding.
I don't see.
See,
What are you
thank
talking
you.
about,
There's
Anthony?
nothing. There's nothing left.
Hans.
I
Facts,
literally
bro.
just put it.
Well, you just refresh the page.
Facts.
You're too slow. All right, hold on.
Sonic is
Bro,
a
it's not,
superhero.
if it's not there,
He's
that's
not
crazy.
woke enough, guys.
It's
late.
not
Bro, I
there.
It says
literally
20.
just put it.
Are you blocked?
What? Nah, this shit is nah.
YouTube said we know what you're doing.
Wait,
Is
click
it-
on sort by newest. Maybe do that.
Is it censored?
No, click on sort by newest. Maybe it's like held in review or something.
Censored.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh shit!
Oh, there's
We
like
have
three more
three.
questions. God damn.
Do you know what grab these is? No.
What?
Favorite superhero cast of all time? That's a great question, Anthony.
I'm sure the answer is nuts, but yeah, continue.
Let me see. Hugh Jackman as Wolverine's up there. Ben Affleck as Batman's up there. T'Challa as Black Panther's pretty good. Captain America's really good. I don't know. There's so hard to pick just one.
Toby.
I love
Toby's a
Tobey as
trash
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man.
but I don't know if it's my favorite of all time though.
No, he's trash. He belongs in the garbage.
That's really hard. Does anyone else have an answer? Help me, Brian.
Yeah.
What's the question? Sorry.
Favorite superhero cast of all time, like the person that, you know.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds
Iron
as
Man.
Deadpool.
Iron Man. Scarlet Witch.
God damn.
Magneto.
Let's circle
Magneto,
around.
Professor
I like
X.
Joe. I also like Joaquin Phoenix's Joker is my favorite Joker. I think
It's not the Joker.
He's not the Joker.
it's not a
man.
superhero though.
The great movie.
Oh, we're going into this.
Fake ass Joker.
Hey, Nicotina. Hey.
I would say RDJ is Tony Stark.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
do
that's a good
agree
one.
with Scarlet. I do agree with Elizabeth Olsen as Scarlet Witch.
Black Widow.
And then my number 3, yeah.
You
Scarlett
just got a
Johansson.
super chat.
And then I have another one, which is T'Challa as Black Panther. But I have a
Yes.
question for you guys later if we have enough time about that.
Oh yeah, I there was an Eddie Diaz video that was intriguing.
Yeah,
question.
well, like
I
talked
didn't watch
about
it yet. though.
earlier.
I didn't watch it yet. though.
Well, like I tweeted, like someone had tweeted something, and then I retweeted, and there was like this.
Oh, the
back and
Flash.
forth.
The Wally West.
And then the music video for the campaign dropped 2 days ago. So
I'm gonna get back to it,
I'd like
Hans.
to-
I have to get to the super chat. Multiverse of movies, $2. Grabbing deep nuts. Grabbing deep nuts. Grabbing deep nuts.
Oh, I was gonna say,
Yeah,
I would say Chris Hemsworth is Thor.
Spelling mistake.
That's
You had to
in
pay
there.
I think if you're
that's
talking
the
about like
one.
the
another
greatest,
$2 to
I think
correct
if you're
that
talking about
spelling
like the
mistake.
greatest cast and superhero casting choice of all time, it's Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man,
No, it's Christopher Reeve as Superman.
or that
Yeah.
too.
That's actually I would actually say that's not my favorite. Christopher
I would
Reeve's
say-
great, but not the best Superman for me.
I'll say Henry.
Michael
Reeve.
Keaton as Batman.
Eh,
Oh no, Keaton
I think
is
I like
just
Ben
too old.
Affleck better as Batman.
George
than
Clooney as Batman.
No.
No,
He
it's gonna
he belongs in the dumpster.
Chris O'Donnell as Robin.
He belongs.
No.
in the
Yeah,
dumpster,
he
too.
greatest of all time.
I actually wouldn't
Alicia
mind.
Silverstone as Batgirl.
Hell
Great.
no.
We joke, but I wouldn't mind like a Nightwing movie with that actor.
With Chris
Hell
O'Donnell.
no, I'm
Yeah.
good, bro. That shit will flop in the box.
He's a little long in the tooth, I'd say.
But just make
I
it
mean-
a darker.
No, I would never see that. I would see that movie on HBO Max.
Mm.
I mean, you kind of got a Nightwing suit out of him.
All right. Well, let's get to this last question here.
Yeah, the Red
Will
and
Wallace,
Yeah.
CBR did an article on the Corridor Crew, awesome YouTube channel, defending the VFX for She-Hulk. Do you think the CGI in the trailer was as bad as ranted about? I think it could have been better, but no, it's very hyperbolic.
It's the way that
I don't think it's
YouTube-
nearly as bad as some people are saying it is.
But they also released that statement today, said that they have addressed the VFX concerns and
Oh, they
fixed
they
a lot
released
of
that
that.
statement today?
Yeah, there was an article talking about that they had
Okay.
talked about that they have fixed a lot of that. So we'll see. I think it
Okay.
looked
Yeah,
Good
one more
God,
question,
Hans.
by the way.
dodgy.
Is
Huh?
Sonic a superhero? Absolutely.
He's not
No,
a superhero.
Yes, he
Yes.
is.
I would
No,
say
he's
yes.
not.
Don't
Holy
get listen,
crap,
Anthony.
moly.
Don't get upset about other people's opinions. He's a lot
I'm
of
not
kids super.
upset. What?
He's just being dramatic. He's not upset.
Thank
Oh,
you.
let's consult
Ah.
Google. Let's consult Google.
No, Google. Use
Google. Yes, let's.
Google has all of
What
our
does the
answers.
first
Yes.
result say? I can't read it. What's it say?
Superhero can be found in a video game. I'm not gonna read the rest. Max, go ahead.
Superheroes can certainly be found in video games, and they're always in movies and television. As the linguistics masters would confirm, all it takes is the ability more than human. As you fight the forces of evil, become a superhero. And Sonic checks off every box on the list.
Oh.
Sonic
Exactly.
is a superhero.
He's
Yes, he
not.
does.
He is.
Bro, oh no.
Super
Google said it.
abilities,
What about
saving
Mario?
the
What
world,
about
fighting
Mario?
villains.
What about Mario?
He's
Click
not a normal
Mario,
hedgehog.
quick.
He's a super
Click
hedgehog.
Mario. Click Mario. Is Mario a superhero? I write down the.
He's
Marvel
not
DC.
just a plumber, dude.
I
Logic.
would say
Yes, he is.
What? Oh my God!
RJ's smart.
Holy fucking.
Okay, I mean that settles that.
And you're a
No, he's
crackhead,
not.
apparently, RJ.
Oh wow, he checks the box. Check marks.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So what topic
Now,
are you getting into tonight?
Google is false. Google is like Wikipedia.
Let's shift it to something.
Just because
Dang,
you disagree
Anthony,
with
you
the
thought that
results.
you thought that it was gonna like help your case, and you just got wrecked, Anthony.
Yep,
It's okay.
yep.
No.
And he blames
Wreckage.
Google. It's
Take
like, man,
hold
Google's
this
fucked up.
everlasting L. It's okay.
Google lies.
Let's
Google's
talk
the
about a less
Wikipedia of
controversial
this
topic. Let's talk about Lords of the Bigots
Oh,
on
wow.
YouTube. Yes, call them what they are. I'm not afraid to call people what they are. I'm not going to say that they're grand wizards or anything, or they have something in their closet to hide. But I am tired of bigoted behavior on both sides, where you treat people like villains that have opposing opinion. All this talk about opinions. Here, definition of a bigot: a person who is obstinately or intolerantly devoted to his or own opinions and prejudices, especially on the opposite side.
Well, you could almost label us that too. So
I listen to their opinions and see if I think I'm fair. People think I'm not. I think I hear them out, see if they have any points there. But basically, if anyone talks about what do they do when anyone says about diversity and inclusion? They do the soy voice,
Oh yeah, of course.
That's extremely intolerant behavior.
It's a
Juvenile.
shtick. It's a shtick.
Can I
but
just
that's
say
bigoted.
that the more we talk about them, the more subscribers they get?
Well,
Like, it kind of backfires.
I enjoy talking about it. I'm not going to devote a whole stream to it. We're going to just check out the video for a little bit. Actually, I did not know about the previous movies having female orcs. Just a spoiler. I didn't know they were in Lord of the Rings, the other movie, the Peter Jackson trilogy.
There were.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't know that. It actually, because but you know how they're touting it as a new thing. I didn't realize there were. I mean, I'm not for sure. We'll have to see.
There was.
I didn't know this. Yes, I learned it from watching a Nimrodtic video. Isn't that amazing?
I've never heard of that before.
Wait a minute, you learned?
Yes, I
You
learned.
learned something from it. Never mind.
Yes, I did. They don't get more subs from us. Yeah. Keep trying, buddy. Many have tried. They end up in my intro.
Wow.
All
That's
right,
a long ass intro.
So what's the title? Amazon subverts Lord of the Rings, Rings of Girl Power, a rationalized disaster. So
What a
now they're
title.
making fun of it by calling it Rings of Girl Power.
Yes.
Come on.
That's clever. No, I'm just kidding.
Doesn't even make
I
sense.
think you're going to like what we're here to talk about. Why don't you lay it on? All right, I'll lay it on him. Sequel. Interesting.
PJ, I love what you did with the very first 3 Lord of the Rings.
Thanks.
I love the kooky creatures. I love the goblins. I love the gnomes.
Giant elephants, my favorite.
I think there's still milk in the Lord of the Rings teats. What I'm inviting you to do today is suck it with me.
trying so hard.
What's that?
Did you catch
What's
that?
that? What's that, RJ?
Said he's trying so hard to be funny, but it's not funny.
I know, yeah, it is low hanging fruit. This is actually kind of somewhat funny based on corporations trying to milk properties dry. But really,
yeah, but you know what they're
Rings
doing with this, though. You know
what?
So I'm just saying, like, you know what they're trying to do here with this joke, like, be like, oh, they're disrespecting Peter Jackson. They're bringing down the white man's vision with Tolkien. It's like,
Oh, Jesus
well,
Christ.
How did
they do that
lived in a
meme
different
thing?
time. Listen, let's be better about the conversation. Brian, Brian, the better part of the conversation is okay, yes, Tolkien lived in a different time with different social things happening. If it's made in current time, shouldn't there be some types of adaptations? Shouldn't we allow we have to be stringent? Well, he wrote it at this time, so everything's got to be exactly like it was at this time, and then you don't have any room for adaptation in your.
It's like they
time.
never reinterpreted the Bible over time or anything like
right.
that.
Oh, great point. Yes,
it's like they never changed literature to suit certain things. I mean, you might call it 1984 freaking New Think or whatever the fuck, but like at the end of the day, it's not going to change anything. And that's where it's like, that's kind of where I kind of just flag my hands up and give up, because it's like they're complaining about wokeness in movies is not going to change a damn thing. Just like, me complaining about them isn't going to change a thing. So it's like, I don't know. Damn. I get it though.
No, but I kind of see where. But let's get to that point though. Do you think the Lord of the Rings is run dry? I mean, we've only had a trilogy of movies. There's room left.
You can say the same thing with the Harry Potter franchise.
And this is a prequel series, right? Rings of Power is a prequel. Although there was The Hobbit too. There was 2 trilogies.
Well, the thing is, though, is like, how have those movies done like since? I mean, Lord of the Rings was an epic adventure, but like, you can't it's really hard to recreate that lightning in a bottle.
Well, I like that they're not just doing a reboot. They're doing something different with it. Now, there is actually, I want to get Hans, because there is actually something that's concerning with one of the characters.
Matt, so you're going to watch the show?
Yes, I'm going to watch the show. I'm really looking forward to it.
Everyone's going to watch it.
That's why I wanted to cover this too. Okay. Be prepared.
There was another drop of milk.
I'm still sucking. Guys,
Hold on a second. There's a little more in there.
Baby wants some milk, please.
Nimrodtic.com.
Now that Kenobi's over and we're still a few days out from Thor Love and Blunder, we have a little respite.
Thor Love and Blunder.
Hey, one of what's really funny? I
I
have to say this really quickly about Thor Love and Thunder. One of what's really funny about that movie? One of what's really, really, really funny?
What?
It's not even like, okay, so remember everyone's like, oh, it's going to be all about Jane and Valkyrie. Oh, it's going to be all about the female empowerment. It's actually more of Thor Odinson's story than ever before. Like, Jane's there, but it's still a very male-dominated movie with both Thor Odinson and Gore.
I heard somewhere that.
Hey, Josh,
guess what?
Oh no! What are we talking?
Who's going to see nobody leak for that movie?
He always comes in at the right side.
We just had an hour members mailbag, and now we're talking about Gary finding out that there's going to be female orcs.
Cool. The show. I'm not gonna watch it, so whatever.
Okay.
I imagine you're ripping it apart because, oh my god, there's a female orc.
Well, I mean, there are some things that that he brings up in this video that are like a little concerning, that they stray away from the character. We'll get to it's about Galadriel.
In between fan attacks, but the big one is still to come. We have 2 months until the Rings of Prime, and yet we haven't seen a single trailer. We've seen a couple of teasers, but nothing with any actual dialogue in it. I am certainly getting some Eternal vibes, but I want to start this video out by stating that I was wrong. Unlike my prediction of Warrior Galadriel, which was 100% right, I said
I have no problem with Warrior.
Wait, did he say Eternals? Like, what?
He's getting Eternals vibe because they didn't really promote it much.
Because they're not promoting like all the dialogue of the story. It's more so visuals and landscapes and stuff. You know what he's trying to do. He's trying to put that out there, trying to find a way to attack it.
Rings of Power is about forging the rings in Sauron, taking power and manipulating the elves to doing his bidding in those wars. Yeah. Okay.
I don't care.
He got a lot of DC Marvel too. That's crazy.
Justin, I'm really looking forward to this project. So
I'm happy you are, but I mean, I'm just gonna stick with the Peter Jackson movies. Those are masterpieces, and say what you want about The Hobbit, but I mean, I was saying say what you want about The Hobbit, whether you like it or you don't. Yeah, I just that still won't take away how much I love those three movies.
Yeah. I like The Hobbit too, Justin.
Yeah, I mean, it's I committed to seeing all of them. I did. I saw the first one for free because the ticket system was down, and the movie theater manager was like, "It's on us," and we saw it in 3D for free. So I can't be too mad.
Yeah, Hans, this is great that Hans knows a lot about Lord of the Rings. Galadriel fights in wars, so I have no problems with a warrior Galadriel. We know this already; it's in Tolkien lore.
Also, totally off topic, but happy early birthday to Layla.
Yeah, hey Layla, hope you have a happy birthday tomorrow.
Hey, happy birthday!
You're born on the 4th of July.
Happy birthday to you.
Just like my nephew. Congratulations.
Yeah, my late grandmother was born on the 4th of July.
Yeah, my little nephew. It's his birthday tomorrow.
That's great.
Oh, well, happy birthday. Leia. Happy birthday to everybody.
Happy birthday.
It's a great day, Layla.
Yeah.
I was going to put a video out tomorrow, but, just...
I agree with Hans, but...
couldn't go through with it. Yeah, it's just a little too painful.
Yeah.
It was one with my grandparents. My grandmother had passed away. That's the context.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, it's gonna be a rough day tomorrow. So.
Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. I mean, I'm glad everyone's. I just kind of always associate the 4th of July with my grandmother because we always celebrated her birthday, saw fireworks with her. So
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, there's more to the holiday than just that, but that's what it meant to me. But I'm glad everyone else gets
I really
to see fireworks, have fun, and it gets to celebrate being an American, whether you like it or not.
I really like that video you did with your grandparents. That was really nice to share with me. Yeah.
Thank you. Everyone should go watch it. It's the one video that's unfortunately not monetized, but go watch it. It's the one video that's just nice to see.
I'll go check it out for sure.
Yeah, if you could link it in the chat, I'll put it in the post it. Put it in the private chat and I'll like it.
Check it out. Check it out.
Zentek $5. I appreciate that, Zentek. Gary is the Sauron of movie talk. He is the all-seeing eye, bro. Yeah. For social commentary and entertainment. Yes. He searches it out like Sauron. Yes. Thank you, Zentek. I appreciate that. Let me see here. Hold on. Here we go.
Fucking singing.
It's called here. Here is Justin's video if you want to check it out.
I got it saved for later.
It's Grandparents React to Cecil, the Wizard of Oz. And she's in the thumbnail. That's great. That's great. All right. Let's get back to Gary.
She would be leading an all-female army of Numenorians, and it turns out it's only going to be 50%. Now, it was back on October 12th, 2020. I released a video called They Are Coming for Lord of the Rings, and it was all based on a OneRing.net article, which I mostly agreed with. How times have changed. But that video specifically was a warning. This is the thing I wanted to avoid in the Lord of the Rings fandom. I didn't want to see what happened to Star Wars happened to Lord of the Rings. I didn't want to see what happened to Doctor Who and Star Trek and Marvel Comics and everything else we've loved happen to Lord of the Rings. The good news is things are different this time around. Finally, there's a fan base that is largely united in one sole purpose. Protecting the legacy, protecting the lore.
Well, he talks about gatekeeping in this too. But to be fair though, there are a lot of big Tolkien fans that aren't being haters. They're just being critical. Just like our pal Justin here, he's just like, it's just not for me. I really like what we got. Is there anything that would change your mind, Justin? Though,
is there anything that would change my mind?
That, like, if you hear really great reception, great word of mouth from it, or anything.
Look,
or you just have what you have, and you're fine with that.
Well, I'm kind of torn because, to be perfectly honest, it took a lot of convincing to get me to watch Game of Thrones, and I enjoyed 5 seasons of it. But even then, just fantasy just is not. It's not my favorite genre because there's all these like names that are just like, just ones that you sometimes can't even pronounce or remember, and they're always complex, and it's just not for me. It's not for me, the genre in general. But if there is one that comes along that's generally well received and it's regarded as one of the best, then I will give it a shot. And I mean, Lord of the Rings was one of them, but it also
what if the reception after it premieres like, this is better than the Peter Jackson trilogy? Because even Han says this guy realizes. I think that would be surprising if that people said that, but he says
I would find it very hard to believe. Just because of some of the identity politics surrounding it. I wouldn't trust journalists, for example. I would trust actual people who saw it and thought that they were going to hate it, but then ended up absolutely loving it. And thought that this was,
You mentioned the identity, but that's not going to take away from the story. Really, what's it going to come down to is execution and story, really.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, they take some liberties with some characters' races. It's really not going to take away from the story unless the story's bad.
Well, here's the thing, though. I don't really care as much about that as you might think. However, it's as I was saying earlier, why the identity politics was relevant was because journalists, like movie reviewers, Rotten Tomatoes,
they focus a lot on that.
They're going to like it. I do not trust them because of those reasons. I will trust, however, people who are going to go into this, not necessarily the Tolkien purists, but fans who of Lord of the Rings and even of The Hobbit, who went into this hating it, but then they were like, "Hey, I was wrong. This was actually great."
Well, I unfortunately don't think I could trust reactions on this because it's streaming and there's no verification check for user reviews on streaming content. Only in movie theaters where you buy tickets.
You think it will give a review bomb?
I think anything that does a little bit of race swapping, gender swapping. My subjective opinion has a lot of review bombing, regardless of the quality.
Sure, but I'm talking about people, like real fans who like talk about it and are like, "Oh my gosh, I was wrong about it." If somebody says like, "I went into this totally thinking that it was going to be a piece of crap," but then they were like, "Oh, it's not," and it's actually really good. Wow, I was wrong about that.
Okay.
And so therefore,
Hans has a lot of concern. Hans has a lot of concerns. He's trying so hard to keep an open mind. He has a lot of he's a huge Lord of the Rings fan. He's like, I'm concerned about some of the stuff I've seen. I'm not sure about these new characters because they have a lot of new characters as well.
Ones that were just kind of made up.
Still doing the score
that Tolkien didn't write.
Yeah,
because they're taking liberties with that, and so therefore, you're adapting. You're kind of loosely adapting someone's work, and then you're putting your own spin on it. We've seen it with Game of Thrones, and that didn't work out very well.
Part of it is the Tolkien requirements. The estate, if you use a character that Tolkien wrote himself, you can't do anything. You can't adapt it and do anything different with the story, from what I've heard. If it's an original character within the framework of the Tolkien stories, if it's some new character, you could do new things. I understand why they're doing it, because you can do more things, create new lores, maybe spin-offs, whole universe.
Well, another thing that's kind of concerning, and I don't think anyone's brought this up, and I'd love to get everyone's opinion on the panel. Is anybody else kind of curious as to why there are people who are saying good things. People are like, this is probably going to suck. Nobody involved in Lord of the Rings, as far as I'm concerned, has even commented on it. It's crickets. Why is that?
Because they're not involved with the project. I mean,
no one's asked, like, hey, what do you, not even a, hey, what do you think of this new thing? Well, I'm not involved with it, but, I hope they do a good job. Like, nothing like that at all.
It's
I guess
beyond their time. It's past, like, it's not the same era. It's
sure, but
before.
nobody has asked, like, Viggo Mortensen, hey, what do you think of this coming out? Like,
okay.
Yeah, like, what do you think of it?
They probably don't care about it. It's like, well, I did my movie.
Of course, but
so
I would expect
the only one
maybe Peter Jackson, since he's been involved in a lot of the.
I think he's a consultant on it. I think he's a consultant on it. If I might be mistaken on that.
I don't think he is.
If he is, why hasn't he said anything about it and said like, oh, this is actually really good?
I think they want to separate themselves from.
Well, this is
it's not connected to the movies too, which is the other thing too. It's its own separate.
They want to confuse people.
Its own story. It's its own prequel. Yeah.
Well, Hans also says new characters make sense because then the only characters we ever hear about during the Second Age are kings, queens, and the big time heroes. So there's lots of room for new characters, is what he's saying. That we don't hear about that as much in the official writings of Tolkien. So, listen, I feel like we need. My personal opinion is we need some more adaptations and more room for experimenting with stories.
Do we?
I think there's a lot left.
That's a good point, Anthony. Do we?
If
you want to grow and experiment, you can do that with your own.
I mean, especially since there was already a series. There's already the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings trilogy movies. That I'm more like. That's just my opinion. When there's an existing thing already, and someone says I'm going to do something, what are you going to do different? Just like Batman. How many Batman have we had? If you're going to make another Batman, I want to see something different. And it doesn't take away from the other stuff.
That's always guaranteed, no matter what.
I mean, RJ, Ashley, what do you think of that? Brian, if there's something already exists, I give you more leniency with it when there's like, this is the second iteration. Okay, do something cool, do something different.
I mean, we've already gotten like a really incredible Lord of the Rings adaptation with the 3 movies, and we got the Hobbit films. I mean, like, we've gotten so much from this series already. I'm okay with them doing something else this time. It's a prequel. It's not really showcasing the characters we've seen before. It's something entirely unique, and it'll stand on its own. Whether or not it's good or not, I don't know. I hope for the best, but I'm fine with it. Like, honestly, it's going to be what it's going to be. And I think, hopefully it's good, but I mean, it's not going to like ruin my childhood and my love of the series. Cause again, it's just another version of it that's like unrelated to what's come before. It's its own separate thing. So
I agree with you with that. It's not going to taint Lord of the Rings, but again, I want to reiterate a question, like, because again, why hasn't anyone who's been involved in Lord of the Rings like been asked about it? Like, I'm sure like people had asked Mark Hamill, like, what do you think of these prequels? Like, oh, yeah, I'm not involved with it, but I hope it's really good. No one's asked them at all. I think that's just kind of weird. No one's ever commented on it because a journalist pressed them.
I'm pretty sure.
Maybe when it comes out. Maybe once it come out, maybe they.
Is it because a lot of the actors and actresses aren't really?
They're not
doing a lot right now. They're not even involved with new projects much right now, or lower budget projects. They're not like the Hobbits, the ones that played. What's the actor?
Elijah Wood.
Elijah Wood. He's doing stuff still, but
yeah, he's not doing big action movies and stuff.
I mean, I would like to hear what they have to say.
That's all I ask is like what they have to say. It's just kind of weird. This is, it's not typical. Maybe people are too afraid to ask. I don't. Okay. Oh, okay.
Well, Viggo Mortensen's kind of like I from what I've heard of him,
I haven't seen this. I haven't seen this. So this is great.
He's not like an internet guy, from what I hear. He's just like, okay.
No, he does not pay attention to much. He has his own thing. He doesn't really pay attention to the news.
There we go. There we go. I'm happy about this. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
What is that? Is it a TV thing? Is it with Apple?
What is that?
That's funny. That's funny.
That's funny. With Vigo was like,
he's like, what is that?
Not to bring Ezra into the conversation, but Vigo is just like in his own world. Just like
he is. I mean, he don't have internet. He just doesn't.
If he's not working on the project, he's not concerned.
What does Ezra have to do with that, though?
Because Ezra's disconnected as well. He hasn't really
disconnected from everything else.
I mean, everybody could be disconnected. Things they don't give a fuck.
All right. Well, we're only 2 minutes in on the. Oh my god!
Yeah, we gotta watch a lot more.
I don't know if we could watch 20 minutes of this because okay.
Of the great Professor Tolkien. The fact of the matter is, and no, this is not a rumor. This is not speculation. This is not conjecture. Amazon is in panic mode, and the undeniable evidence is in their actions, which we will get to. But first, in reference to that video I released almost 2 years ago.
Panic mode? Why are they in panic mode? I don't even remember why his point there.
Okay. Well, he just said, I'll explain it.
Okay.
Who are the they, use my proper pronouns, in the they are coming for Lord of the Rings? This time we're going to go to a little podcast called The Fan Base Podcast, who has guests like writers from sites like IGN, IO9, and the Mary Sue, and they decided to tackle the subject of female orcs, and I'll let them expose themselves in their own words. Honestly, we don't need to listen to the podcast. It says it all right there in the thumbnail, but there is more.
Our first story this week comes from the Mary Sue.
This is also why, RJ, this is also why I wanted, because this is interesting. I would actually like to reach out to the people that have this podcast. Although I am going to say some of the people involved with the project went like way overboard with their commentary too. So I understand they're part of they're their own worst enemy as well with some of the things they said here.
Takes us to the land of Twitter, where the shadows lie. Amazon released several new photos for its upcoming Lord of the Rings prequel series, The Rings of Power, and one in particular has stirred up some controversy. The picture of a female orc is apparently too much for Twitter trolls, who cannot seem to grasp that Melkor could have corrupted female elves as well. Rather than listen to the internet speculate on this issue, we can go straight to the source to get a definitive answer in the letter.
RJ, didn't we know that the big thing was going to be female orcs? Didn't we?
Oh yeah, when that story first broke,
I saw, I'm like, oh,
said, oh yeah, they're going to complain about this.
Oh boy.
And Tolkien himself said, quote, "There must have been orc women, but in stories that seldom, if ever, see the orcs except as soldiers of armies in the service of the evil lords."
Oh yeah, that's funny, Ashley. I didn't know you didn't do that.
I think it's hilarious. I just noticed it. I know, Kate.
Aiden likes to press buttons. Like I'm doing a stream, he'll get in here. He'll be messing with all the settings.
You know what's funny is that if you do that,
I'm going to keep it for
change your name for this.
Yeah, I'll change it back later, but
every stream it will do it for every single stream that you
yeah.
Yeah. Bro, Hans is probably going to have an issue with every single person commenting on Lord of the Rings in this video. Okay.
We naturally would not learn much about their lives. Not much was known. End quote. So it looks like the trolls have argued too long and dawn is breaking. Well, this debate is pretty well settled. It does bring up the bigger issue of gatekeeping. So, Pam, why do you think gatekeeping is so prevalent in nerd culture? And particularly aggressive.
Oh, there's some great Gary spin coming up about gatekeeping. It was amazing that he.
Oh boy,
let's get you talk. You know, remember how you talk about projection? Oh my dear lord, he's. What way do you think he's going to spin it, RJ?
Gatekeeping is good and necessary and should be done more. That's my prediction.
No, that wasn't exactly his angle.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see then.
They're gatekeeping it from him.
So narrow-minded.
Yeah.
His message is one of inclusion and progress.
On the subject of gatekeeping, and my good friend Az from Heel versus Babyface pointed this out, we can't gatekeep anyone. We don't own any streaming services. We don't own these franchises. We have
So they are gatekeeping them, the true fans, the property owners.
Wait. Hold on.
That's his angle.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Power. Now, maybe you in the Access Media feel your power slipping because you haven't been honest with your paying customers, and that is your problem.
Again,
the only
projection.
gatekeeping going on is Amazon gatekeeping Tolkien. For example, reimagining or completely vandalizing established characters like Galadriel, or leaving them out altogether to make room for original characters. Speaking of which, we do have an update on our missing elf Celeborn, and this is
wait, there might be a spoiler coming up here too. There might be a spoiler in case spoiler.
I don't care.
Okay, well, so it's just in case anyone does care.
Is quite a big change from the books, and this is going to be a spoiler for the Rings of Power season 1. Celeborn, Galadriel's husband, is dead.
According to who? Where's your source on that?
I don't know.
According to
But
who, buddy?
actually, that's where I was like a little concerned. If Galadriel does, I don't remember Galadriel having a husband.
But again, what's the source? Where's
I don't know. He's not citing his source, but he's saying, I don't know. Hans, did you know Galadriel has a husband? I have to rewatch Lord of the Rings too. But if they don't have a husband in that is a little concerning. Like, why are you changing that? And I thought that wouldn't be
Did she have one in the books? We got any book readers here?
Galadriel's husband is literally I haven't seen it in a while, and I forget, Hans.
No, have you read it in the books?
I didn't read the books.
Anybody here?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Hans.
No, you haven't. RJ, have you?
No.
I've read the books, but it's been a very long time. Last time I read them was in middle school. The most the expert on Lord of the Rings in the chat, and that's Hans.
Hans. I know they just showed her in that image, but that she's dead in this new series is kind of alarming that they changed that. And I thought they.
But again, what's his
source
source on that?
or something? Like, is that it?
I don't know. We'll have to get the context of that. But other than that, Galadriel looks amazing. I like Warrior Galadriel. I think she looks awesome. And I can't wait to see how they adapt her character. And a younger Galadriel is exciting too. Kate Blanchett did a wonderful job in the OG trilogy, though. Okay. Yeah, but Hans, are you concerned if that's true? If Gary's sources...
Their sources is Gigosity.
No. Well, not yet. Maybe. I'm sure he would go on the show, though, honestly.
Okay, this joke is
considering Celeborn is.
What's that?
The joke was going on a little too long.
Yeah. I mean, they do have cool editing. I don't do all that.
Yeah. I just think it could have been done a little bit.
Is anyone concerned about that with Galadriel's character that she in the writings and in the movie that she was married, but for some reason he's dead in this project?
It depends if they're insinuating that she had a.
It depends on
prior. I mean, I don't know. Things happen in. I don't know how long do these kind of these species live? Like thousands of years? Yeah. One of them is gonna die eventually, so it's not completely out of the ordinary.
But see, I think his point is that if she's married in like the Fellowship of the Ring, which we've already seen with her husband, and this is like a prequel to that. And he's already dead in that changes. I think that's where he's going, right?
Character,
I mean,
the movies... Absolutely it does.
Yeah.
However, if it's somebody else, okay.
All right.
It's fine.
So I'm not like letting it ruin my day or anything. I'm going to wait the context. And I don't
Again, really I think most of you are probably going to be overreacting to it. I mean, listen, even the Lord of the Rings movies, which I love, they made a lot of changes in the books too. Yes. They took a lot of liberties as well. Nobody complained.
This is a soft prequel.
What kind of liberties?
Characters were cut out. They didn't have the whole thing at the end of Return of the King about the burning of the Shire. They cut out. They changed a lot about a lot of characters actually. Again,
why would they have the burning of the Shire? It's supposed to be a happy ending.
Well, again, it still is a happy ending, but it showed how far Sauron's reach had gone to that even the Shire was affected.
Yeah,
kind
but
of
that's
wrapped up a lot of character arc
you can only do so much in.
But my point being though is that the movies were not perfect adaptations either. Made a lot of liberties to the lore and what Tolkien had done as well. So
they did make liberties. Mostly, I would argue mostly for time. Maybe if that's accurate to say, maybe. But I mean, you're right.
I mean,
but that's how movies work.
Well, yeah.
Tom Bombadil, yeah.
Well, Grace just confirmed that we have another headless Superman cameo. So there you go.
She did.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God! She said it's real. Henry Cavill's no longer Superman.
No, no. Not what it says.
All right, well, we got to go quicker through this video because we have other topics. So let's.
Oh no!
Arwen's grandpappy. They have to bring him back, don't they? I may regret saying this, but I don't even think these hack showrunners would go that far. But if and when they do bring him back, it'll be in the most predictable way possible. And speaking of predictable, of course he couldn't be in season 1. They wouldn't want Galadriel robbed of any of her agency and saddled down by a heteronormative relationship. But don't worry, that gets balanced out by warrior Galadriel going into battle with the Queen Regent of Numenor to go slay some orcs and rack up a Conan body count. We'll get to the Lord of the Rings being a story of inclusion and progress a little later on.
That's where I say it's bigoted when you mock it like that. Of course, people go overboard, but come on, unless it's really let's stick to the writing, please, and execution. Just because people mention these things, I don't know an employer in the United States that doesn't focus on this, rightfully so. People do feel need included. Yeah, it could seem cheesy when it's brought up all the time, but come on. Be a grown up about it.
I will grant you this. I will grant you that when you have terribly written LGBT characters or
but the essence is
terribly written like female characers or minorities.
But here's
they are more harshly criticized.
Here's the thing, though, Justin, that there's been horribly written white male characters for years, and they've been allowed to exist without this scrutiny. But now there's an extra level of you have to prove yourself just to exist, and that is unfair. That's unfair. There's gonna be bad, progressive characters as well, and that's fine.
Well,
because
I would say,
and what really matters is the execution and the quality of the character. Really.
Yeah. Well, I would also argue that it does apply to white characters as well. One example being Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. There's a white character that's in it, and they're going to be the quote unquote evil white racist character, and that's how they portray that character exactly. The new Fresh Prince, by the way, it's not that great of a show, but it's not worthy of the criticism.
I will say this, Justin, those type of people do exist, so why can't they be in a story?
They do exist.
I think evil people of all races exist. So if we harp on but I understand with a lot of when it came to stereotypical people of color, in comic books and things like that, they were very typical, these very over the top, stereotypes, villainous characters. And I think that's where you have to shy away from it, because anyone, can portray a villain. It's just how that's executed.
Yeah. At Fresh Prince, this guy was a stereotypical oh, I'm not a racist. I have one black friend. His name is Carlton. That kind of stereotype. That's what.
There's a stereotype for a reason. You hear a lot of that. To me, honestly, that doesn't bother me at all, because I hear a lot of people that are ignorant that always say, well, I can't be this because I have this type of friend. And that's not even just racism. That's misogyny too. I can't be misogynistic because I have women friends. You know, that doesn't mean anything. You're not absolved, just like you're not guilty by association. You're not absolved by your association either. Like, okay, what the hell does that mean?
True.
And I hear a lot of people saying that I can't be. So it's a stereotype that, to me personally, is extremely accurate to me.
Yeah, but
I hear a lot of people that are ignorant say, "Oh, I can't be this because I have this." Yeah.
Yeah, but it does comes into question why you're being accused of such and such in the first place. Why is that? Like, why would you even? Like, first off, if it's inaccurate, like, why are you putting someone in that position to begin with? I don't know. This is a more complex conversation that can be done another day.
Sure. No, thank you, Justin. I love the conversation. That's just my opinion, though. I think it's an accurate stereotype. Stereotypes can be lame across the board, and I think, you know, where different races have had to deal with stereotypes for the majority of the history of Hollywood. Now, sometimes white men specifically, are having to deal with stereotypes. It can be annoying. I will give you that.
I like Bel Air. I agree with Tony. I think it's fire too. I like it.
I haven't seen it.
I don't think it's fire. It's like it's lukewarm. It wasn't what I expected it to be, but I will say the guy who plays Will Smith is fire. He's awesome.
Yes.
Okay. I will give it a shot. I haven't seen it yet.
Wait, who's fire?
Bel Air.
The actor who plays Will Smith.
Oh, Brian had to go. Thank you, Brian.
Bye, Brian.
All right, let's get through this. We're only 6 minutes in.
But first, as always, it starts with the straw man.
Claire?
You know, I follow a number of Lord of the Rings experts on TikTok because it's this
is where I say she's her. Now this is where I say she's her own worst enemy. There, when she is kind of cringe. She is kind of cringe. Yes.
I'm sorry.
No. Let's be honest. Was that Ashley? Was that a little cringe there? I follow Lord of the Rings experts on TikTok. I don't know.
Look.
Anthony,
yes.
TikTokers are the worst.
Why are you listening to TikTokers?
Exactly. Well, in my case, I actually was at a stand-up. I was watching a stand-up comedian live, and there was a TikToker who was trying to make a joke, and no one was laughing, and that's because he's a TikToker. TikTokers fucking suck for the most part.
Well, Matt Jarbo's a TikToker. He's constantly talking about how great it is.
My point exactly.
I gave him a layup there.
Okay, all right.
Well, that's different though. I mean, listen,
he's trying. He's trying, but
why would you say that though? I'm following some. No, man. No.
Moms watch TikTok. Big deal.
You should have said I got a soul.
Hans is really triggered there. TikTok, Hans, you need to get on TikTok. Lord of the Rings expert on TikTok. Then you can
you'll get all the knowledge.
I rarely go on
Why are these Lord of the Rings experts on TikTok? I don't know.
I just use it to make song videos sometimes, like when I want, and then and that's it, and I don't upload them. It's private, and then I use it for other stuff. Like,
look. Here's the thing.
But I don't watch TikTok.
Wait. You don't what?
I don't watch TikToks.
Yeah, like here's the thing. She would have been fine if she said, "Oh, I follow a lot of Lord of the Rings experts on various social media websites."
I think she's one of the
that
writers.
Would have been fine.
I think she's part of the writing team, probably like a Pablo Hidalgo or something. Is my guess. I'm not sure.
She's a Pablo Hidalgo,
like of Lord of the like a story group, probably. I would think, but I'm not sure.
Oh, geez.
I'll look it up after.
Don't mention the story group.
Wait, she's no.
Over and over and over and over again address these same questions. So
she went to TikTok to listen to the experts.
Now this is where I have nuance. Yes, I can. I totally agree with Gary here.
If she hadn't said TikTok, it would have been fine.
It would have been fine. You should have said your sources.
Like, hey, look, I follow a lot of, Lord of the Rings experts on various social media websites.
Yes.
That would have been more professional, but you said TikTokers. That's where you lose me. No.
Yeah. I mean, it's an opinion, but yeah, I guess there could be good TikTokers, but
oh, there is. But it's like finding treasure in a pile of trash.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, it's just so strange to me to to limit things that way. It just I don't quite understand.
I would argue that subverting somebody's work is indeed limiting it when you can adapt it for what it is while still making the necessary changes like Peter Jackson so it has the most appeal. But that's not the problem here. The problem with the posers, the problem with the activists is it has
this is where I say strong
message. Hold on. The problem with it is what is
well,
it?
I mean, this is where I say projection right at Gary, because I think he's more of an activist with his politics than an actual fan, in my opinion.
What he says.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
To reflect their exact point of view. My point of view is just keep it as Tolkien as possible. Their point of view is change Tolkien as much as possible to fit the world of today, which is actually the world of 2019.
And anyone trying to limit Tolkien's world in the first place, that's so antithetical to like just the existence of Tolkien and what he loved doing.
This is why I wanted to do the reaction this, because there's a lot from the show creators here.
That's
but right, you create a villain before you know the facts, and you could say, oh, I was wrong, but most that, like, or what's the more likely scenario? You can hate on something forever till it's out, and if it's good, you'll just move on to something else. They're not going to have a lot of backtracking or retractions. Oh, I guess I was wrong. Oh well. Isaac is here. Hey, Isaac.
What
Are you
up?
canceling me yet?
Yeah, I already pulled up your old
closer.
2012 tweets.
Hey guys, what's up?
What's
up? God, is this Nimrodtic?
Yeah, be careful, Axel. You don't go overboard with the name. Okay.
He was extremely stubborn and obstinate, and he wrote it the way he wanted to.
You did not go around editing Tolkien. That would have been the
He did not
absolute
edit
final sin.
Tolkien.
Okay, well, here's my answer to that then. Don't give your rights to anyone. Don't sell off your rights, even if it's your family. There's got to be room for adaptation. I don't like this so stringent gatekeeping of
Can
the
I
property.
sell my rights?
Absolutely. It's up for auction.
Well,
next super chat gets Isaac's rights.
Well,
no.
Well, here's the difference. Tolkien was. Oh, shut up. No. But with this, Tolkien was not around to see the Peter Jackson films, not even by a long shot.
He wouldn't have liked that either, probably. Most creators.
I don't know. I don't know. No one knows. Maybe he wouldn't have. I don't know if he would have. But I mean, all I can say is, like, when you make something so specific. Of course, you're gonna take liberties, but a good example would be J.K. Rowling. At least, like, she was able to, foresee a lot of what was going on, and they took in Harry Potter. They took a lot of liberties, and they cut so much out. They cut out so many integral characters out. Right. But at least she was able to be around to be at least okay with it.
Yeah,
that's
well, let's be real. I mean,
bought
it is
the rights.
Oh, wow. Dollar. Isaac owns you.
Well, guess I'm going to Canada.
CJ owns you, Isaac.
Guess I'm going to Canada.
Yeah.
I like the Scorsese
Ashley,
in your background, Isaac.
You see that? I lose my gardener for $1. Man, that's
wow. He still hasn't cut my lawn yet. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Somebody clip that right now.
But a lot of these cases, it is case by case basis. But a lot of these original OG creators really do not like their adaptations of their projects. But it's being sold by the descendants of Tolkien, and they're okay with selling it. So there's got to, let's be real, making it on television is an adaptation in itself. It's going to be different. You know, there's going to be the
really.
Yeah, yeah. I guess the difference is how much do you deviate from it?
Yeah.
And how much from a place of respect does it come from?
Yeah.
That's all.
Well, he was a professor of English language and literature and knew what he was writing.
You know, in creating this world, it was about, you know, filling in all of these details. And I think I appreciate, you know, whether they're successful or not, I think I appreciate, you know, any attempts at bringing us and bits of that world and fleshing it out more. It's the truest thing that I think fans can do to honor Tolkien's approach to, you know, art and creativity. It's just mind-boggling to me why it matters so much.
I should just let this thing run and not say anything. It's mind-boggling to a podcast called The Fan Base why people care so much. And it's perfectly okay to expand on Tolkien's work with Tolkien's work and not with Amazon's.
I did see as well, I think in that article, wasn't there another picture someone posted in a Twitter response where they're basically just posting orcs from probably the Battle of Pelennor Fields, right? Like, you know, like going, oh, well, tell me this isn't a girl. I mean, come on, look at that face.
Hate to break this to you. Actually, I don't. In the ultimate self-own, the Mary Sue did indeed print this as a female orc, and there is no way around it. I'm not too sure if the guy posting it on Twitter was having a good laugh or not. Meanwhile, some watchful fans are pointing out that Orcitha, my dear princess of the night, was not actually the first of her kind on the big screen. There were others paving the way before her, and they decided to put into print Goritz, who I have an action figure of by Osmus and is also played by a dude named Joel Tobic.
Tell me this is...
I don't care. I mean, okay, he's right, but I don't care.
Who the fuck is Joe? I'm playing.
Well, this site said this was the first female orc on screen. It's not. Yes, exactly, Degrassi. Basically, listen? I like a good fan argument like any other person, but if we're really gonna, how do orcs, you know, sustain their lineage? How do more orcs come to be? I mean, is this really? Do we all? I'm fine with female orcs. It's cool. Oh, crazy.
Yeah, I don't quite get the argument either.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, come on, look at that face.
Which the Mary Sue's Madeline Carpoo or anyone on this podcast could have figured out with this simple Google search. Just a moment. Need a little sip of the geek grind.
No, he actually. I did not know this. Gary taught me something here.
Nimrodtic blend.
Oh God, why do they always like to drink tears? I don't get this. Justin, what's with the tear drinking?
It tastes good.
I don't like to drink tears.
Have you tried tears though?
I like coffee.
White people, am I right?
Thanks, Isaac.
Delicious. Maybe this was the picture you were looking for. To own the trolls, except the trolls you're referring
to. So see, these are actually female trolls from the first OG trilogy, is what he's saying. I didn't know they were there.
Oh, he's gonna go nuts when he finds out that.
I didn't know they were there.
Trolls, except the trolls you're referring to are actual Tolkien fans who know that women played orcs in Peter Jackson's trilogy and know that there are female orcs. I'll use the quote that you used.
Rather than listen to the internet speculate on this issue, we can go straight to the source to get a definitive answer. In a letter to a fan, Tolkien himself said, quote, "There must have been orc women, but in stories that seldom, if ever, see the orcs except as soldiers of armies in the service of the evil lords, we naturally would not learn much about their lives. Not much was known," end quote. So it looks like the trolls have argued too long and dawn is breaking.
Or maybe you could have done what I did, read the book.
But now Frodo often met strange dwarves of far countries seeking refuge in the west. They were troubled, and some spoke in whispers of the enemy and of the land of Mordor. The Dark Tower had been rebuilt, it was said. From there the power was spreading far and wide, and away.
Well,
far...
isn't Tolkien admitting that there could be? Shouldn't that be enough? Like this, people to just shut up, like that he admitted there could be female orcs. Okay, the creator even said that. Anyone? Okay.
No.
Orcgate 2022. I agree. This is going to be the big talking point about orcs.
East and south, there were wars and growing fears. Orcs were multiplying again in the mountains.
I don't know about you, but when I hear that the orcs are multiplying in the mountains, and I would just love to see Amazon put that to screen.
No,
I'm
thank
guessing
you. I don't
that
really
a
want to see
male orc gets busy with a female orc, although I'm not an orc biologist, and then she spits out a litter of orcs.
Or just, I think even the idea that orcs could be like a non-binary.
Oh God!
Like why is anybody?
This is where Claire's like, okay, like I'm okay with that too, but come on, this is where she's she doesn't help much, does she? No.
He's spending a whole lot of time thinking about orcs in terms of gender norms. Really?
What the fuck? My guess would be the 0.04% of people who actually care about gender norms, and the 0.04% of that 0.04% who care about gender norms.
Well, this is projection where he's like acting like they're crazy. You care about the genders of orcs. You've been talking about it for 11 minutes already. 11 minutes already. No, I'm not drinking any of their coffee. I drink my own K-cups that I get from Aldi's.
So you don't drink their coffee?
No, I'm not drinking their coffee.
Their coffee is delicious.
I don't like beard with my coffee. That's immediately what I think.
Have you tried it though?
No.
Then
I'm not trying that. I'm not buying their coffee. I don't buy any of their merch.
Why?
The Rings, who largely live their lives on
Eddie
TikTok and
does.
Twitter, discuss it amongst themselves and their 18 roommates and 19
Oh my
cats,
God,
and
I've
the rest
seen
of us
that
don't
video.
give a
Come
shit.
on.
We'll just cut to the chase on this one because it's hard to keep up with somebody who just complained about obsessing on gender norms when they were just obsessing on gender norms. They're the ones who brought up female orcs and cited a Mary Sue article, which really doesn't show any receipts of anybody being pissed off about anything. What we were really doing was trolling Amazon, bragging about female orcs. Here's my tweet. Finally, female orcs. Sexism is conquered by Amazon. Now women can see themselves in something that is pure evil.
That's actually a little bit funny. That's a little bit funny. I've done it.
No, that's good. I like that. This whole thing is really, really weird.
But complaining about it though, that's a different story. That's kind of a funny troll. A little bit. I gotta give him a little bit of credit there.
I ain't giving this guy shit.
Okay.
No, I'm kind of confused of just as well about the whole like orcs non-binary thing. Like,
that's where, that wasn't even brought up yet, and she was just bringing that up. That's where people could be like, that was a small
they try to, and that's not whatever. I don't understand that whole thing, but.
Now, I'm not against that type of thing in a movie or a TV show, but if you had orcs saying, I identify as, and listen, this is a slippery slope. I don't want to get anything that I'm going to get canceled either lower. But if you had an orc,
just say your opinion.
But if you had an orc turn to the camera and say, well, I was
canceled.
I was bred, because they say bred or whatever, as a female orc, but now I identify as this, then that would be kind of cringe a little bit, because they don't even talk much so far in all these.
Isaac is gonna clip you.
Oh God! Don't clip me! Don't clip me, Isaac! Don't cancel me for that, please.
Cancel. I'm sorry, but I have to.
Cancel Max. Unsubscribe.
Yeah, I mean, the mention of, I guess, their gender in the book was so long ago in my reading history when the movies came out. I just assumed they were agender. They were being created. So I was like, oh.
Sure. And this is a world where, female dwarves, don't look that much unlike, male dwarves. It's not, the gender norms are not what other people would, what we tend to put in our, as important in our society. So I don't, I don't quite get it.
No, it doesn't sound like you quite get
What, Justin?
What is she saying?
No, I'm telling you, she doesn't do any favors for the situation. Like, she's a little bit too cringe for me as well. Even though I'm
I've dealt with too many people who think like this genuinely, and it's just like, how do you go about your life living like this? Like this,
it's fine for her to talk about. I don't have any issue with her talking about it.
It's fine to talk about it, but I guess to bring up in a devil's advocate situation, I guess. But look, I'm telling you, like I was not in college that long ago during the height of this bullshit.
I'll be right back. Give me 10 minutes.
It gives me a fucking headache. It really does, and it's part of the reason why I kind of gravitated towards these bigger channels to begin with, because like I'm sick and tired of this bullshit too, to a degree that I don't even think I can. It would take me a while to really grasp all my thoughts and be able to explain it all to you, but I'm not going to bore you with the details.
Well, it just the context of the interview. It just seems like she brought it out for no reason at all. Like that's what's like, okay, why are you talking about this now? Just like he's obsessed with the female orcs now. Now she's bringing up all this other stuff that had nothing to do with the story. Like they're talking about this for like 10 minutes and has nothing. Although we don't see the whole context of the whole interview, it could be cherry picked as well. There could have been a lot more substance to her interview.
Yeah, there could have been somebody who was like, "Hey, what are you talking
about?" Well, I mean,
about?
this could have just been one weird part of a, I'm not and I don't hate that conversation either. I'm just like, okay, what does this have to do with anything? What does this have to do with the orcs being menacing or?
Although I guarantee you, if that was a part of that overall conversation, they would have brought it up. Like, hey, see, this guy actually gets it. I guarantee you, they would have mentioned it.
All right, well, let's finish this here.
Get much, and I'm going to refer back to that article that I was covering, and they are coming for Lord of the Rings, where the OneRing.net did point out that Tolkien was super duper Catholic. And I know that doesn't matter to the casuals, the posers, the tourists, or the activists that work at the Mary Sue or may not be on the Fan Base podcast, because I don't really know and I don't really care.
What does the writer, remove the art from the from the artist? What does the person's beliefs have to do with their fictional product? Why does that mean that we have to now because it was written by a Catholic that everything has to go through the Catholic lens? I don't understand that at all. The work is fictional. Why do we have to? Oh, he was a Catholic, don't you know? So what the hell?
I'm guessing a lot of his personal beliefs were projected into the art.
I don't really foresee that in the Lord of the Ring. I don't.
Also, non-binary wasn't a thing in Tolkien's lifetime.
But no one even said this. Only this lady said this. Until they actually have a non-binary orc, unless they try that, and
I mean,
I don't want to be so blanket statement that that would be cringe if they do it, but I expect it would be cringe if they did that, but because orcs don't even talk.
Look, don't play it safe. Like, look, be honest. If that were to happen, how would you feel?
I would expect it would be cringe.
There you go.
Or for an orc to say that, because orcs don't even talk that much. In orcs, from what I know,
they say we don't
are like warriors, or
we are neither male nor female. We are just orcs. Like what?
Yeah,
that would be. So, yeah. I think we're focusing too much on the non-binary.
It's not up to them. It's not up to me. I'm not Catholic, but I want them to respect Tolkien's messages, Tolkien's beliefs, and that is not happening. Somehow, most of us can set aside our own personal spiritual and ideological beliefs to enjoy a simple story. For example, I have a disdain for centralized government, yet I can still enjoy a story written by a devout Catholic set in a feudalistic fantasy world that's supposed to be a mythology for a country I don't live in.
Ariel, do you have any more to add on that?
Yeah, from a psychology standpoint, the gatekeeping as a form of communication is really just how we filter information in order to not be overwhelmed by the information around us. So when something really rocks our belief system, our norm, or what we kind of hold sacred and true, our immediate reaction is to reject it. Our immediate reaction is to sort of like double down on what we think is correct, even if we're being given all the facts that our thinking is wrong. And essentially that's just very human. We like to feel right. We like to believe we're right. Nobody ever wants to admit that they're wrong. It takes a different level of emotional intelligence to not see wrongness as part of your humanness and to not see it as a marker for being not worthy or undervalued.
Far be it from me to disagree with somebody who wants to bring psychology into gatekeeping as a communication device to filter information because we're scared of change. No, I'm not that insecure, and I don't think anybody else is, but I think it's a good time to cue Peter Jackson once again.
We didn't want to put any of our own baggage. I mean, we had no interest in putting our messages into this movie, but we thought that we should honor Tolkien by putting his messages into it.
So when something really rocks our belief system, our norm, or what we kind of hold sacred and true, our immediate reaction is to reject it. Our immediate reaction is to sort of like double down on what we think is correct, even if we're being given all the facts that our thinking is wrong. And essentially that's just very human. We like to feel right. We like to believe we're right. Nobody ever wants to admit that they're wrong. It takes
okay. So the implication is that Gary thinks that what they're going to do with this is that they're going to implement their own beliefs and imply that Tolkien was wrong, which is not something that you should do when you are adapting their material. Like, hey, all the stuff that you made, yeah, you're wrong. No, that feels like a slap in the face. I think that's the implication here.
Well, yeah, he's implying that, and that where he had the clip of Peter Jackson saying it's not to put us, it's to get Tolkien's messages. I don't know. We'll have to see the execution. I don't think my alarm bells aren't raised there so far.
But at least you acknowledge that you understand his argument.
Yeah.
But is that
unreasonable? Because he does the same argument every time, though. Yeah, I understand. He's worried that people are going to put their own. He's always concerned, like he says, fakes fans and political activists, which I think he is. Honestly, I think he is. He's projecting exactly what he is. I think he cares more about politics or the anti-SJW than the products too. I think he's just the other side of the mirror. But he is implying, which he always does, that the writers are just going to inject things they want to talk about instead of things that happen that are important to the story or what Tolkien was inspired to write or what's in his.
Yeah. And the argument is, like, if you're going to adapt their material, don't inject your own. Inject what he was saying.
Well, I think there's room for both. Just don't jump the shark, right? That's the nuance. There's room for everything. Don't box yourself in. Yeah, it's all subjective. Don't box yourself in. There's lots of possibilities when you adapt something. And anything adapted into a current market is going to have some liberties taken. Don't box yourself in.
Sure. Yeah.
There's room to experiment. But he's always going to. I've watched enough of him that he's always going to use this argument that that's what the showrunners are doing. That's every single everything.
Have you been out to LA?
No.
There are definitely a lot of people like that. But I will say
I don't see. Let's be real. I haven't
them
seen the alternative being better. You know, the Daily Wire's producing Gina Carano. More power to them. I haven't heard amazing things about that. You know, it's not like the alternative is better. Everyone's going to have their stamp on everything. It's just if it actually makes the product suffer or not.
Yeah. And that's the point that Gary is making. He thinks that they will make the product suffer as a result.
Well, if you look for it, you'll find it, though. He looks for things when it's not there. Nothing's perfect.
Absolutely. And we have to remember that it's his job.
His job to hate on everything?
No,
He only makes the most money when he doesn't make 50 videos about something he likes.
I don't know about that necessarily. He has said a lot. He's given a lot of love to the Orville, for example.
Oh, where's all his videos on the Orville?
Look him up.
Okay, I will. I'll do research. I'll make a special video for you, Justin, researching Gary and the Orville.
Can I have it in writing?
I said it. My word is my bond. I will do that video where I'm doing a research. Gary finding Gary's love of the Orville.
You could say, you know what? I'll do you one even better. I'll give you a good idea. Finding Gary's love, a series of Nerdrotic.
What does Gary love?
Yeah. What does he like? And reacting to videos, regular uploads, so you don't have
CGH. What time is your stream?
A couple minutes.
Okay, so we got to get
a different level of emotional intelligence to not see wrongness as part of your humanness and to not see it as a marker for being not worthy or undervalued. And so it's common that it's happening. I think when you're looking at the socialization of how we socialize, at least here in the West, particularly men and boys, we socialize them to see their presentation of strength, both in their physical and their knowledge base. So when you present them with something that says that you could be wrong, that also means that somehow for you, you're thinking that means you're inferior or less than. And so you want to try and reclaim your sense of strength and your
what, Justin?
No to what she just said.
Can I be honest? She's like, I don't even know what she's saying.
She's generalizing men.
That we don't like something that challenges the men norms, like in entertainment.
Yeah, that's actually, I would argue that that's a sexist view of men.
I would argue that I've seen the context that I think she's accurate, though. That anything that actually challenges male characters, a lot of these male movie pundits flip out.
Oh, we're talking about movies. She's inferring to real life. I'm talking about real life.
Oh, real life.
Yeah, in real life, when people are challenged, do I have to do my own research of like field study or something? I don't know. Just like that just seems like that's just based on her experience that she's seen that. I don't understand that because, I guess maybe I attract more open-minded people, but people are willing to admit when they're wrong, not always easily. Easily. Because some people are stubborn. But to say that, in a general statement that, men don't like to be challenged or to have their views challenged.
I do think that.
After it's more fun. You learn things.
Yeah, that's how we think, Justin. But
it's not everyone. It's not everyone.
I think a lot of the outrage online is
online. I'm talking about real world. You are facing somebody mano a mano. You're having a conversation at a bar or something. Like, there you go. Like people, like face to face. You're more willing to admit that maybe they're not correct, or you agree to disagree and then you move on, and that's okay. But at the end of the day, you shake hands and that's it. I don't understand where she's coming from.
I have a question for you, Max, in the private chat there.
Okay. Yeah, I could continue topics on the CGH's stream. I have some topics that we're probably not going to get to. I have some pulled up. Okay.
I'm sorry I'm talking a lot,
Yeah,
but
I'd like to do that on my channel just so I can have some stuff.
Sure. Get your channel ready to link.
Your sense of personhood. You want to reclaim the fact that you're quote unquote a man, or in this case, a real fan.
Down with the patriarchy. That's the message.
I think Peter Jackson said it best by describing it as baggage. Why do you need your baggage in J.R.R. Tolkien's story? That's the question. Here's another one. What would it take for you to admit you were wrong? Would it be the teaser trailer getting ratioed, or the Superfan video getting ratioed, or the Amazon Prime UK trailer getting ratioed, or the Amazon Prime trailer getting ratioed to the tune?
Getting ratioed means nothing to me in internet culture right now, because people do that without any actual context of the product itself, just because they want to hate on stuff.
Yeah, but some people actually don't
the
like
hate
it.
flows through the internet. I don't take that as a general reception. They're just immediately, and then if it's good, they'll be like, "Oh, okay." You know, people love to downvote shit.
Of 1.7 million dislikes, and yes, it is an algorithm that tends to estimate low. Would it be the latest commercial that got ratioed? Nope. I'm guessing you're going to believe it's bots or some kind of Russian conspiracy, because it would rock your belief system to know that men and women came together in one fan base to say no.
And so you're going to double down on what your belief system is. And if you have other people around you championing you and agreeing with you, why would you think that you were wrong?
Then the co-host agrees with her.
I think that was a very great observation. I could not put words to it in that way, but I think from my point of view, you know, I said I was a lifelong geek, and I do feel like it's sort of like, you know, when I was a kid, you know, liking fantasy, liking comic books, toys, it was stuff that you had to give up, you know, at about adolescence, you know, or it was something you had to hide, you know. And so I kind of feel like that now the nerds are dominating the world and have learned all the wrong lessons and have become the bullies in many ways.
Always accused.
I agree with that.
Ooh, okay.
I agree with that. Nerds have become extreme bullies. Yes.
We have to accept other people's opinions, and you know, there is a lot of gatekeeping across the board, and unable to, you know, these are called adaptations, exactly like the Grassi says. It's called an adaptation. You know, it doesn't ruin your childhood. It doesn't do all that. You don't have to, just like Justin. If it's not for you, you don't have to watch it.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't like it, like Paramount Plus said, if you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. If it's offensive, don't watch it. There we go.
Their whole income relies on watching it.
I know, but there is a vast
they don't exist
of content on that you can enjoy. Like if you don't like Rings of Power, you can watch The Boys instead. There are other things to enjoy.
Justin, do you think that Gary would exist without the properties he criticizes? He would be nothing without them.
Neither would we. What's
no,
your point?
No, but I accept that. They act like I had video proof where they're saying that Hollywood is afraid of them. Is afraid of what they have to say. They're not afraid of anything. They watch everything. They're the hate watchers. They're Hollywood's hate watchers. They're Hollywood's hate watchers. They have a Disney paycheck. Talking about shills.
Pay attention.
Do you know how much of their AdSense comes from Disney ads?
You know what's funny? There was a video of Jeremy criticizing Bob Iger's book, and the preceding ad before that was Bob Iger's book.
Yes,
which is so funny because Jeremy got money.
They have Disney.
I took a screenshot of that a while back. I was like, "This is so funny. This is so funny." They don't like there's like an algorithmic thing. I don't know what it is exactly, but I just thought it was so funny. But to say that nobody pays attention is it's not accurate at all. People do pay attention.
I think they have shown themselves to be fools at this point, because there's no pleasing them, and they will stop paying for it if they think there's even a little, they play politics. If another political team, they feel the creative team behind a project is a certain way, they're not going to pay for it, and they're still going to watch it. Hollywood is watching them. They're not paying customers anymore. Just like they say SJWs don't pay for anything. They've become what they hate. They don't pay for anything anymore. They still watch it, and they actually help.
Well, some of them do.
No, they don't. I have proof. Justin, I did research on this. I had a clip of Ryan Kinnell, and I had a clip of other people, and then I'm not going to name them all. They all admitted that they get sent stuff to them consistently, and they won't pay to watch it.
Sure, that's some of them. But what they don't know is that if you do pay for it, then you get a tax write-off because you're doing it for a business reason.
Yeah, actually,
that's how I got a big tax write-off for Disney Plus.
Yeah, I got to do that because I sub to all the.
I put the link in.
You really should. Like you will get a tax write-off. Like it's fine because you're using it for an independent business.
We might as well finish this video, so let's finish it.
Yeah, I put the link in the private chat
if
you want.
Actually,
put the chat.
I could not agree more. The nerd that is obsessed with identity politics or the activist nerd have certainly thrown around terms like racism and white supremacist because some of us don't like a particular film or TV show.
Even if Tolkien had a
no,
foundational
that's the lies that have been consistently sold. That no one in power, yes, morons on Twitter say that, but no one in the industry is actually saying, if you don't like my product, you're an ist. No one's saying that. Who said that? Give me the proof, Justin, before you say, who said that? Chuck Wendig did, and he got fired. Chuck Wendig did, and he got fired. But no one in these studios is actually saying that.
You can't say no one. You can't say no one.
Yes, no one besides people in the fandom. Yeah, people in the fandom have said that. But, Pablo Hidalgo hasn't even said that. Kathy Kennedy hasn't even said that.
No, I've met people who said that to my face.
You've met, yes. But they are
working in the industry.
They are heavily implying that just like when Star Wars came out and defended Moses Ingram, they are implying that if you didn't like that, they are saying if you don't like her character, that you're an ist. And they never said that. We went over. You were on the stream with me when we went over that one. All they said is if you make her feel unwelcome, we resist. And there's how many billions of people in the galaxy don't choose to be an ist. That doesn't mean. Because she actually got ist comments,
Yep. And yes. I agree.
Yeah. So they lie when they do not provide the receipts of that, and they use it to grift. They use this big lie that no one has said that. In the industry, maybe on Twitter, yeah. And like you said, you've experienced it firsthand.
Thing that was like they're only male or your agent or whatever they wanted to be.
Well, he actually does. It's called The Hobbit, The Lord of the Rings, The Silmarillion, The Unfinished Tales. I could go on.
I like adaptations that can be flexible with the source material. I know that's terrible to hear for some people, but I think there are certain things, especially older works, where we benefit by updating them with our current understanding.
I think to apply.
You find issue with that comment from the podcast guy
with our current understanding?
I'm okay with that.
I know this was probably cherry picked, but no.
I'm okay with that as long as it executed well. As long as it makes the story good, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
With our current understanding, like today.
Well, here's the other thing that I judge properties by. Like, for example, I go back to, like, the reason I was so upset with the Star Wars sequels is this is the mainline Luke Skywalker, whereas this is a second version of Lord of the Rings. So I give it more leniency. Or like just like Man of Steel that came out. That Superman killed a person. Superman doesn't kill. Well, this version does, and there's been other versions where but there's been other versions of Superman that was more tame.
Yeah,
so
that's why when people say, "Oh, that's not what happened in the comics" or whatever, like what comics are we talking about? Like,
there's lots of different versions.
Yeah, so it's like,
and there's already a series for you where they stick so close to that. Where this is another version of Lord of the Rings. It's a second version, another studio taking on. So I want to see something different. That's my opinion, but yeah, I'm okay with that comment.
Modern political thinking on a story that is essentially 50 years old is a little bit inappropriate.
No, boy.
There you have it. We benefit by updating Professor Tolkien's work with our current understanding. In other words,
it can. It's execution. I keep saying that execution. It can. You didn't see it yet. You're tainted by your experiences in the past, but it can work.
Look,
you got to be open to new things. That these things trigger you too. It's a little bit, Justin. I see. They're phrasing it like,
no comment.
Well, we're almost done.
Yeah, just get the shit over with.
Words hijacking another beloved franchise to turn it into somebody's personal ideological platform. And to address specifically the Lord of the Rings being a franchise of progress and inclusion, what the hell are you smoking? It's a traditional story of good and evil, everything Hollywood hates and can't wait to subvert with cynicism, nihilism, and postmodernism. This podcast probably has identical beliefs to practically everybody working currently on Amazon's Lord of the Rings as they double down on their belief systems, turning a beloved story into a message. If you like what you heard, please like, share, and subscribe. If
it's only about the message and not story, I'll then agree with him. But until that's proven, I think that's
that's where that's where my concerns are. Like adapting it and for our own current system. Yeah, no, because I have not liked my own current generation since I was a kid. I always thought that they were complete buffoons. Ever since I was a little kid, I was just like, I felt like I was born in the wrong generation. I really did, and I've been, I guess, maybe proven right. Maybe that says something about me, being proven right. Maybe I'm looking for those things. Maybe I'm not. Maybe it's just by coincidence that I just tend to disagree with a lot of things that a lot of people who are outspoken just continue to spew, and I just don't like it. I really don't. But there are a lot of people who are more like-minded, who are like, no, everyone
Wait a second, is this actually you with Tommy Wiseau?
Yes.
I just noticed that.
You just now noticed it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why I put it up there.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, we can focus on that a little more. Yes, Tommy Wiseau is just as weird as he is in the room.
Really?
Yeah.
You look a little younger there. Was that a few years ago or?
2018. So
okay.
3.5 years ago. I was a youngin' there, I guess. But
well, we do want to give our good friend CGH really is trying to do live streams, and he wants, if anyone
he has a website,
is to come over to CGH's channel. We want to hop over there now.
Yeah, just continue the topics we're talking about here, except for Fandom Menace stuff. Just leave that out.
Did you know that he has a website?
Yes, he has a website. CGH has a website.
So if we want to talk like movies and stuff over on my channel.
Sure. So the link is in the hold on.
Like more pure movie talks and just your opinions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That's fair.
I like that. I like that.
Spice of Gru.
All right, I'm already over there. So let's all go support CJH. Give him thumbs up. Let me also link the video for the viewers. And here it is. Please go support CGH and getting back into live stream content creation. Here it is. If you want to check it out, we're going to continue the stories there. The party won't stop. Go ahead, CGH. Make it live. I'll be over in a minute. Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Axel. Thank you, Isaac.